all electric with the Ioniq 5 or Ioniq 9. So get down to your local Hyundai dealer and get away with a deal you'll love during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Visit HyundaiUSA.com for details.
What's up, my friends? This is Francisco Lindor.
This is Devin Williams.
This is Luke Weaver.
Bo Bichette here. You're listening to the home of New York Mets baseball.
WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. Don.
I got to divorce my wife and have my kids bleed out.
No.
Because the Giant game's on.
No.
Otherwise, I'm not a real fan.
Hahn.
What kind of fan are you?
Not a good one.
And Rosenberg.
The Peter haters who call, stupid. The Peter fans who call, very bright.
This isn't North Dakota. This is New York.
This is Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
The best threesome I've ever heard.
On ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. 3:01 in the big city, as the great Don LaGreca would say, and he will say. He's here, Don LaGreca. So is Alan Hahn. I am Peter Rosenberg. This is Don Hahn and Rosenberg. It is opening day in Major League Baseball.
This is opening day.
This is a
like
day.
Like it's supposed to be.
Yeah, 70 degrees plus in New York City. This is how you do it.
And more than one fakakta game that feels like a Bert Kreischer comedy show, right? It's just a whole array of baseball games, including your Nye Mets, who are currently up 6-4 on the Pirates like you dream about in the fifth. We are one game into a Yankee season. So far, they are as perfect could be. Sitting there, a 7-0 win last night like you dream about.
Gorgeous.
A beautiful pitching performance. Aaron Judge, not exactly what you were hoping for, but guess what? You can live with it when you're 1-0, right, Alan Hahn?
Yeah, no, I'm not going to complain. But it's certainly like it's the only blemish on what was a glorious open to the season for the Yankees. Bottom of the order, getting some action early on. It just, it's a feel-good start. I know there's only 161 to go.
That's right.
So we really,
breaking them all down.
This was a big one. But you know how it is. Getting off to a good it just feels good, right? It feels good to get off to a good start. So that was, at least for me, enjoyable, other than the fact that toggling between Celtics Thunder and that game on Netflix was enough for me to literally, and I did this, ask my daughter, threw my iPad across the room at one point.
Oh, you at one point, wow, full iPad throw,
Just frisbeed right across the room. I got to spackle a little bit this weekend. Got a hole there.
Well, either way, Max Fried, in spite of your anger, 6 1/3, 2 hits, no runs, 4 strikeouts. Don, that's going to make you feel good if you're a Yankee fan that's much more excited about what this rotation could be this year.
Well, you're always worried about the back end of the bullpen. You're worried about the bottom of the order. You're worried about, Grisham. Is he going to be somebody that's stealing money this year, landlocking the prospects? Listen, one game does not solve everything. There's still 161 games to go, but it's all we have to go on. And you got to love what you saw. Great pitching performance. Logan Webb is not nobody. Logan Webb is an ace. He's a really good pitcher. And the Yankees, raked in the early portion of the game and took care of business. All right, Alan mentioned the only blemish was Aaron Judge. I look at that as a good thing. You're able to put up a 7 spot and get nothing out of your best offensive player. Judge is going to judge.
Yep.
So there's going to be times he's going to carry the team.
But
you see 5-0 and you're like, okay, what did Judge do? Because I'm out and about here in Nashville. That's the one thing about Netflix, and we'll get into the broadcast, is that there is something about the portability of being able to be, at Tootsie's with a band playing.
Look at you.
And
wow.
Going out having a good time in Nashville. And, oh, by the way, watching the Yankees, and that's pretty cool. So even though what did I drop?
Tootsie's.
You said you went to Tootsie's. Come on.
All right, well, it's not an exclusive place. There was no velvet rope I had to go through.
But you were on Broadway. You hit the spot. It was nice.
You hit the spot.
Did you go to the Opry?
Day off in Nashville. I did not know.
Oh wow.
I'm not a big country music fan.
You don't have to be. It's history.
But no, I understand the history. I went to the Ryman Auditorium, walked by that, and get the whole vibe of the city. I love the city. It's one of my favorite stops in the NHL.
Nice.
But you see 5-0, and you're like, all right, did Judge hit a grand slam? What did Judge do? And to see that he's not involved in it at all, to me, that's a good thing. That you're able to win games going away and not relying, on 1 or 2 offensive guys to get it done. So just a great start for the Yankees. Good start here for the Mets. They put up a 5 spot. Yep. They knock, Skeens out, and he doesn't even get out of the first inning. Both the Mets and the Yankees went up against aces and looked great. So good start for both teams. Hopefully the Mets can hold on here for the win. They've didn't get the pitching they were looking for, but they're hitting the ball, and so far so good for the Mets, and definitely good for the Yankees.
Yeah, the Mets' performance so far feeling much more Mets-like. So, like, I could see this score right now. Don, the game's moving slow as can be. There's already, 10 runs? This could end up being like a 12-10 game. Hasn't written all over it.
The bottom of the first, it took forever, that inning. Like, that took a ton of time.
I will say this, though. You take a look at the Pirates, and the Pirates are like, oh, you should beat them. This Pirates team decided to spend some money during the offseason, and they went out and got Lau. He's got a couple of home runs, and many people think the Pirates are a team that could win the Central and possibly be a wild card team. So certainly this is not your same old Pirates, or at least projected to be. But you're right. They're not, not cruising, but they're getting offense, which is always something you concern yourself about. Peralta, not great, but still enough to at least have a 6-4 win. But you're right, Peter. We're still a long way from the finish line here. And this could end up being a track meet before it's all over.
I was trying to find
Lowe becomes the first player to hit two opposite.
It's not
field.
Lowe, it's Lau.
I have to tell you,
the lack of patience in his voice there means that you were already on his nerve by then.
Do you realize the level of anger and judgment in that, Don?
Well, that's he was being that guy. As much as he could be frustrated with simple mistake, that's not a simple mistake. At least at that time.
At that time,
there's Lowe and Lau, and come on, really?
Well, Don, that's pretty early on in the Low-Lau conversation. Can I hear it again? I want to hear the anger again.
Listen to him.
Lowe becomes the first player to hit two
It's
opposite.
not Lowe, it's Lau.
It's not Lowe, it's Lau.
But the way he did
He's not joking.
But it sounded like it was like the third mistake you made in that one
moments.
segment.
Yeah.
And he was just like, no, that's wrong too. Like, come
Spud
on.
Murray.
Well, that I can understand. Not know who Casey Stengel is, I can understand.
Yes.
Well, let's face it. I really can't understand him being angry at anything.
Right. Not that. No, only me liking one battle after another.
But if you... Well,
No, don't.
I thought it was a fun back and forth.
I enjoyed it.
I wasn't...
It's too early. Come on.
There were serious allegations thrown out. But I don't think at any point I was being condescending.
No, you never did. It's not Low, it's Lau.
Let's get back to the Low thing.
Spud Murray.
So, Michael presumably feeling pretty good today after his janky game, and of course he'll get back after it with the Yankees tomorrow. Now we have to talk some about the actual broadcast, and I tried to go back and find the first pitch from Thing. I never showed it. Don, did they ever show it on TV? The stupid hand.
God,
no.
It never even happened.
I'd never bothered. I had no interest to see it. I went to see the start of the game, and that took another 20-something. Like every time it felt like the game was about to start, and my God, they kept teasing it. Coming up, first pitch, coming up. And it's like every time it's like, nope, we got another promo. Who's this now?
And you know what I thought was the most there were a few
bizarre.
Well, let me say some positive things. I think Elle Duncan's a tremendous talent, great host that they have. Netflix has her for all their major events. So it'll be the boxing, the MMA.
Very good hire.
The guy who climbed the building a couple of months ago, Elle's on all of it. Great. The booth, I thought, was tremendous. I think CC's going to fit right in.
It all was good.
The baseball was super solid.
Great. He's really good. Like
Love
the
Vescursion.
call itself,
no
the
problem.
Overall booth and the broadcast of the actual game was excellent.
But here's the one that really jumped out at me. You have the obvious stuff like Jameis Winston. Netflix has to shove Bert Kreischer down your throat.
Why?
Every day. Like,
Why?
I'm sorry, guys. I'm not a Bert Kreischer guy.
But
I'm not saying I hate him, but I don't need him at every single sporting event I ever see.
Okay, first question I'm going to have comes from the guy with the naive question.
I'm here for you. Gotcha.
Who the hell is that?
Bert Kreischer is a really big, in certain worlds, touring comedian. Okay?
Not my world.
He has a festival. Well, listen, Don, you're in a place where he would be big. His show in Nashville, he did it in like a small minor league baseball stadium with 25,000 people. Wow. He is a big touring comic. Okay?
That's what I needed to know. He's a big touring comic, so I would expect there to be a lot of funny. There was not much funny.
No.
He grabbing a beer and sitting out in the boat and all that stuff. I'm like, come on. Like, what are we doing?
Well, be happy, though. He did wear his shirt the whole time. Normally, he takes his shirt off. So his shirt was on. So number one, I don't need that. But Jameis Winston, don't know who it's for. I'm not saying he's not talented. I'm not saying he couldn't have a good broadcast career. But they're making the bit of him being just a complete goofball, and I just didn't need it. I don't know who it was satisfying. The thing that really was more interesting, though, to me in terms of what these big streamers do because they have the money to do it. Guys, I don't need Barry Bonds. I don't. It's not.
Well, he did deliver some news, though. He did give you something.
I think it was made up, but I think he delivered news.
We'll get to it.
Feels like it.
We'll get to it, but at least he gave you something. Like, at least there was something there. And, I mean, he did, he's a well-known former Giant, and they're playing the Giants.
True.
So there's that, too.
For that piece.
I
an interview would have been fine, though. Him at the desk, it was a bit much.
Completely understand. Yeah, it's the equivalent of Reggie Miller at NBA coverage. It's like
no, it's not. You are Don. Come with me on this journey, please.
Yes,
Reggie, you don't. It's too much Reggie for you. But Reggie is objectively pretty good as a color guy. Barry Bonds, in all of his time since leaving baseball, no one has been clamoring to put a mic in Barry Bonds' hands. His personality isn't really attractive. He kind of always seems like he has an attitude. He's been prickly his entire career. He's also guys, I think Barry Bonds might be at that level of ball player where I don't need to hear what your explanations on baseball are because you're too good to even speak it to mortal human beings. Like, we don't even see baseball the same way as Barry Bonds. He was the piece I didn't need.
Okay.
In terms of
that didn't bother me nearly as much as the comedian
as
in the
Bert
boat.
Kreischer.
And just
what about Jameis Winston just sitting with wrestlers during an inning with the Usos?
You knew that was just going to be again just drawing in non-traditional fans, with other things to do because it's a slow game and we want to keep you watching. This was not for baseball people, and unfortunately, more and more national broadcasts in all sports are kind of letting you know, diehards, we know we got you. We're trying to keep the ones that aren't interested, we're trying to keep them interested. So we give them other things. We dangle all the little stuff in front of them so they keep watching.
It's not happening.
I agree, but I'm saying I think that's the mentality. By the way, the cab and the trolley and the dancing.
The basketball style intros to Major League Baseball?
That, Peter, exactly what you just said. That felt very NBA All-Star game. It was
It was cringe, dude.
It's so goofy. But we're old men.
There's something
what do we know?
holy grail about it. It's like something holy grail about it. You're trying to capture something that it doesn't exist. You can't do it.
Good point.
Like, the casual fan is not going to be on a Wednesday watching a 7-0 baseball game that's 5-1.
Yeah.
You're not getting that audience to watch that. So what are you going for? You have baseball fans. Entertain your baseball fans. You want to sprinkle in promotion, I get it. That's what Netflix is about. They're trying to get promotion. I watched Monday Night Football. That's what Monday Night Football did with Howard Cosell. Like, they bring in Burt Reynolds because he had a new sitcom coming on, and they put him in the booth and they talk to him during the play.
Yeah, we can't act like this is new.
We've always done the cross promotion.
Right.
We get it.
Right.
But trying to entertain an audience that doesn't exist, that's what it feels like. The people you aren't sitting there at 10 o'clock at night watching a baseball game that's a blowout. So who are you entertaining? What you're doing is helping the actual people that are watching, saying, can I have some baseball, please? And the other thing, too, start these damn games on time. The NFL has got it right. They go backwards. They want to do a big pregame. They started early. So come watch it. Watch it 11:30. Watch it 10 a.m. But guess what? 1:01, we're kicking off.
Yeah, that is true. That never
but
changes.
Baseball, they know they're not going to get it. 10 that the game starts at 8 o'clock, and then we'll suck you in for 25 minutes. It's a scam.
Yeah, it's that was another piece that I found super irritating. And I of course have the cheap Netflix. That's the kind of guy that I am. And I could not get through the commercials. I was trying to go back and watch. It was a nightmare.
And, Peter, this was also happening because, as I said, I was trying to watch another game as well, an NBA game on the League Pass.
No, I was watching that. Don't you worry.
And
Nice win for the Celtics, by the way.
Very impressive. Very impressive game for Boston, and Tatum looked really good. But when you jump out of Netflix to go into NBA, the NBA app and watch a game there, when you go back to Netflix, you know what happens?
Goes back.
Whether or not there's live action, you're going right to the commercials that you miss. They force feed you commercials.
You have to see the commercials
that you have to watch, like just to get back into the action. You're like, what the hell? So eventually I said, okay, one's going on the TV, one's going on the iPad. So the game went on the iPad because once you got to 7-0, I'm like, all right, let's put it on the iPad. And even then, and I know probably a lot of it's a me problem, lag, and the commercial stuff and whatever. I just picked up I threw it across the room. I was like, that's it. I'm done. Done. Just I can't watch it on my big screen. By the way, with the little stupid the score bug where you can't read it because the print's so small, even on a large screen. And so I can't do that and watch something else. And I can't even watch it on the iPad unless I've got pristine Wi-Fi, which, by the way, I have kids at night when you never have pristine Wi-Fi when all the kids are home. So that's the part that gets the most maddening. And I'm not going to apologize for being an old man who's used to watching on cable and Last Channel. The beauty of the Last Channel button, the glorious Last Channel button that will have to now be retired. But this is a reality we're all facing, but it doesn't mean that these broadcasters can't at least care a little bit about the audience in some way, right?
I don't even think this
some way say take the feedback and let's make it right. The broadcast was excellent. All the crap around it was garbage, unnecessary garbage.
And I understand it's what the job is. Netflix wants to promote all the other things. I guess I just don't get it because even from the standpoint of cross promotion, the people who have Netflix, I just don't know which audience you're trying to win over. It just, to me, seems like nobody is getting satisfied. Also, this is my random hot take I have. For Netflix to be such a huge brand that it is, the Netflix N as the mic flag, it ain't hitting right.
No.
It just doesn't look like anything. It looks like a random letter on a mic flag.
I didn't like the score bug.
That's what I just said.
Alan just said the score bug was bad.
Score bug with the tiny print.
Well, unless you have a big TV.
Well, I know. John was bragging. Did you see the humble brag from Winthrop in the chat last night when Anthony pointed out that it was hard for him to see the score bug? He's like, yeah, I could see it on my 75-inch TV. I'm sure if you have a 50, you probably can't.
Well, that's Big John.
Jeez.
Also, speaking of big,
all right, Daddy Warbucks.
Spend all that money going to Disney.
Well, now, speaking of big, did you guys hear about me getting crushed on the morning show today?
I did not.
Pray tell.
Well, I got a text at 7 a.m.
This morning show. No, I heard that. I was listening to it.
So
I thought you meant your morning show.
No.
That's a possibility, too, to be fair.
It is, but not like this. I mean, 7 a.m. I get a text from Dave saying, how much do you weigh?
We've come a long way.
Well, to be fair, yeah, it wasn't great in the end.
So what? Can you tell us what happened? Can you take us through it, Anthony?
Well, all right. So apparently it got around that you and Don were fighting again. And I'm listening to this, of course, because I'm up and I'm listening to this.
That was nothing. Stop it.
So I texted Dave. I said, that is a very, comparatively, that was a very harmless back and forth. And they said, why don't they just box to solve their quote-unquote issues that you clearly both have?
This seems like a big stretch.
No, we clearly don't have any issues.
I'm kidding. So then they said, well, how much do each of them weigh? And I think Rick said Peter's definitely over 200 pounds.
Oh, okay.
And Dave said, no way. I'll bet you breakfast that he's not. So everything was hinging on you telling them your weight. And when you said, I've been pretty fat lately, I think I'm quoting you right from your text. I didn't see the text.
Mm-hmm.
And he says it's probably over 200. Rick was happy because he was correct. And Rick said he carries it well, but I think he's over 200 pounds. So Rick was actually complimenting.
I got to tell you, I'm not really offended by this conversation.
Dave said he should get on the scale and let us know for sure because I owe you breakfast if not. And
I know. That's when I ended it, was when Dave wrote me back and said, can you get weighed quickly? I was like, no, I can't. I'm giving you I probably weigh over 200 pounds.
What?
That's what you get. Thanks.
That's what you get.
Yeah, I'm not busted. I'm not going to get on the scale right now at 7 a.m. Thank you. I'm dealing with my life. So that's what today. I don't know why they think me and Don are really angry because we had a little argument over a movie.
It wasn't even an argument, and I was just.
It was a discussion.
I called you a liar. Big deal.
Yeah. So what? Don said Don doesn't believe the words that I say, and called me a liar. That's it.
But as affectionately and respectfully as one could.
I couldn't agree more. 1-800-919-3776. Getting things started here on the opening day of the baseball season. We're going to get to some calls. But before we do that, guys, it is a massive day for something we call Drop Madness.
Oh, wow. Let's hear it.
I got to tell you, I'm as excited today for Drop Madness as I've been in a long time. These matchups, it really speaks to the great job the committee did. We start out in the Flub region. The winner looking to advance to the Sweet 16. We have the 7 seed.
We're getting a lot of callers that are very confident, Ben. Judicus was on. He's a little nervous. Jadakis.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I would be Judicus.
I'm Judicus.
Up against the 15 seed.
Satan Johns.
That's right. Marco's Satan Johns.
Johns.
Is up against Ben Stiller's Judicus in the Flub region.
Do you hate Ben Stiller?
I'll lay out since it causes so much controversy.
Well, you already forced, Ladani to move on into the second round. So you don't need to get a second one. That would be too much. LaDon James.
LaDon James might be one of the most brilliant names ever made.
No, and Little Marco, a.k.a. Ladani.
Ladani.
So the winner will move on there. You can vote on our Twitter page, DHR ESPN. We go to the funny region. And there's nothing like when two Don yelling matchups get together. And that's exactly what we have here. This is an exceptional matchup. The 2 seed.
You got the job, you ass!
Oh, what a moment.
Up against...
I'll be licking the television screen. Licking it like it's ice cream.
I don't know. I literally...
No, you got the job's winning.
Really? I love licking it like it's ice cream.
I get it, but you got the job.
You got the job, you ass!
Kevin Nagandi has no idea.
Understand that he's reacting to a man wearing a suit.
That's just
all
it.
That's
all
it.
that
on
was.
ESPN.
Yeah.
So what?
It's network on network crime.
Oh,
I'll be
absolutely.
licking the television screen. Licking it like it's ice cream.
What was that about? Why was he licking the television like it's ice cream?
I don't.
It's hard to imagine, right?
That's why I won't win.
Now this matchup to me, this next one is really fascinating. The 2 seed in the troubling.
You suck, Busick.
Ooh.
I mean, you talk about it from a usage standpoint, one of the great drops in the tournament. Maybe it'll go down as one of the greatest of all time, but it's up against, you guessed it, the hardest foe in the tournament, and that is Don yelling about anything.
Say his name!
Which, ironically...
is about Anthony.
Yes.
It's Anthony versus Anthony.
You suck, Busick. Say his name!
It's one host killing him and the other host
lifting him up.
him.
Yeah, unreal stuff. But you have to
this will say a lot about our audience.
But no, it's
the
about
dynamic of the show.
It really is.
It's truly it's people should be voting what brings them the most joy. Okay, that's all this is about. We go to the Nether region. Another, just in my opinion, incredible matchup. TNT 955. I cannot wait for this.
The last time I called up, I was not high. I was pooping in my pants.
Really amazing. Really, truly amazing.
Steven in Melville, though, is up against my favorite drop in the field.
Take it off. Take it all off.
I mean, are you kidding?
Wow.
These matchups today?
Yeah.
Steven pooping his pants against...
Take it off. Take it all off.
You suck, Busick. Say his name!
I mean, there's so much happening. Go vote right now, DHR ESPN on Twitter. It's that easy. Make sure you vote for every single one. We will announce the winners before the show ends. We're a 6:30 vehicle today. So we will give you the winners right around 6:20. We'll take your calls, 1-800-919-3776. Donnie's Mets currently up 7-4, bases loaded, 2 out in the 5th for Jorge Polanco. Or you may call him George. We'll be right back.
Get on 880.
That's right. DHR, ESPN New York.
Right now, new FanDuel customers can get up to $300 back in bonus bets every day for 10 days. Here's how it works. Place a tournament bet using the token, and if it doesn't win, you'll get up to $300 back in bonus bets every single day for 10 straight days. You can even mix things up with same-game parlays for a shot at a bigger payout. So visit FanDuel.com/local to sign up today. New FanDuel customers can get up to $300 back in bonus bets every day for 10 days. Here's how it works. Place a tournament bet using the token, and if it doesn't win, you'll get up to $300 back in bonus bets every single day for 10 straight days. 21 plus, physically present in New York. Bonus bets are non-withdrawable and expire 7 days after receipt. Tokens are received in increments of 1 per day. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
There's a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. Lease a new 2026 Mazda CX-90 Turbo Select with all-wheel drive for $279 for 36 months. Or buy with 1.9% APR for 36 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for lease details. VIN T1362010. MSRP $40,680. Zero security deposit. 1.9% APR at $28.60 per month per $1,000 financed. Ends 3/31/26.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
New York Knicks fans, here's a total slam dunk. For a limited time, get Verizon Fios and a line of mobile for just $64.99 a month with AutoPay. Get Fios 300 megabit per second for $20 a month. And unlimited welcome for $45 a month plus taxes and fees when you bring your own phone. Visit a Verizon store today to learn more. For new Fios internet and mobile customers, discounts applied over 36 months. Mobile and home discount enrollment required. Additional terms apply. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speed.
If you manage an active facility, you don't have time for disruption. Tricon Construction specializes in working inside healthcare, commercial, and industrial buildings without shutting operations down. That means tight planning, clear communication, safe, disciplined execution, because when patients are inside, when tenants are working, when production can't stop, there's no margin for mistakes. When it has to be handled professionally and handled right, Tricon is the only choice. Visit TriconBuilds.com, TriconBuilds.com.
If you've been injured on a construction site, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique labor laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling construction accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for hardworking New Yorkers. From scaffold accidents to slip and falls and equipment failures, they've got your back. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS. That's right, 718-WORKERS, because your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
And now it's time for traffic. Here's Brandy Scott.
Hey there, guys. Good afternoon. Just a gorgeous day for a ball game in Queens. Mets home opener well underway over at Citi Field. Already have some heavy slowdowns on the Whitestone Expressway northbound, heading over to the Bronx-bound Whitestone Bridge. You're packed there from Northern Boulevard. Just going to get heavier as things wrap up over in Flushing Meadows. LIE eastbound at a standstill by Springfield Boulevard. It's a broken down minivan in the center lane. Add that to the volume. You're solid from right out of the Midtown Tunnel. Best of it's the outbound George. Not too bad on the West Side Highway in Henry Hudson. Cross Bronx westbound slam from the Bruckner on through. Inbound George roadwork on both the upper and lower decks. Just about a 5 to 10 minute ride. Outbound Lincoln will run you 20. Outbound Holland 10 to 15. This report is sponsored by the New York City Department of Transportation. Speeding ruins lives. Drivers, watch out for pedestrians and cyclists and slow your turns to less than 5 miles an hour. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
This is an important notice to all U.S. taxpayers. The IRS is giving away billions of dollars in tax savings through a federal program called the Fresh Start Initiative to aid delinquent taxpayers. This initiative was established for anyone facing financial hardship and unable to pay their back taxes. Qualifying and enrolling in this program will stop all collections, settle your delinquent tax problem, and even reduce what you owe by thousands of dollars. Call the hotline at People's Tax Relief to see if you qualify and get this free information by dialing 800-375-8936. If you have unfiled tax returns or cannot afford to pay your personal or business back taxes, you can now get the help you need. One simple phone call can resolve your tax problem and save you thousands of dollars. To see if you qualify and to get this important free information, call 800-375-8936. 800-375-8936. 800-375-8936.
Oh, yes. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. It does feel like going back to Cali kind of weather today. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll say this, Don. It's nice enough today that you could blast this with the windows down and feel pretty good about yourself.
Did you go on the roof today?
No, because you guys aren't here. It's not right. You know what I mean? I will say this, though. Calandra's dropped off some more goods today. I'm trying to get my life together. And here comes Calandra's to celebrate with Bart and Carlin. They brought some delicious treats for the start of the Major League season. So you missed out on that as well.
Yeah, no shot it's going to last till Monday.
Last till Monday? No.
It's not. It's gone now.
Yeah, it's not. It's right now. There's just like loaves of bread sitting there.
No, the giant cakes are still there.
Yeah,
they
that's
brought
true.
Cake too, huh?
Yeah, they brought Yankee cake and Met cake.
Oh.
Yeah. Yankee cake was pretty good.
You wouldn't touch the Met cake, would you?
You'd expect the Yankee cake.
Peter, you saw what they look like. I can't. After you have one slice of one of them, you can't.
Yeah, they're very dense. But shout out to Calandra's. We're working on something awesome for World Cup that I'm super excited about as well. Hey guys, you want to talk to the people?
Please.
No.
Yeah. All right. Let's go to the Grifster. Griffin, what do you got?
First off, this Met game is going to end, and the Sweet 16 is going to be all over with.
Yep.
The grind of this game is slow as molasses.
Yeah. It's as slow as
crazy.
the traffic on the LIE because of the Queens Boulevard construction. My God, that was brutal.
You're not going to be on 880 today. We already know that. The way this game's going, there's no way you're being on 880 today.
Yep.
Not with a 30-minute post game. That's going to be hard.
I know. You know what I take out of last night's game is it's always been the Yankees are top heavy. They're top heavy of their lineup. The great thing yesterday is they got production from the bottom of the lineup, and if they can pick production from Wells and McMahon and Caballero in the bottom of that lineup, and they can get the production from the bottom of the lineup, that's huge because you know what you're going to get from Judge and Bellinger up there and Stanton and stuff. But if you're going to get production from the bottom of the order, then they're not as top heavy as always. And that would be scary if they can get production from the bottom of the order. And last night was a great sign. Yes, they got to keep it going. It was only one game. But if they can keep getting the production from the bottom of the order like last night, then that's great for this team moving forward.
Well,
I mean, that's everything you want.
Their offense was not a problem for them last year. I mean, that's why they ran it back. Now, once you get to the playoffs, there's always been an issue there. But, up and down the lineup, it may not be the circular lineup you had back in the Dynasty era.
Well,
but they could score runs. The question is, will there be anybody in the division that can match them or surpass them offensively? And how they'll match up within their division against the Red Sox and their pitching and the Blue Jays were a problem for them last year. But you knew they were going to score runs, and you knew they had a great rotation. So the question is just going to be, will they hit when it's absolutely necessary, and that's in the playoffs. But, Alan, you're a Yankee fan. Were you concerned about this offense?
No.
In the regular season, I should say.
No, not at all. It's always going to be about the pitching. Seeing Stanton, start off the way he started off is really, really promising. He just always seems to be ready to go in a big moment, which is great. But the bottom of the order stuff, I mean, between Jazz and Caballero, you're kind of hoping you're going to get some athleticism down at that part of the order. Seeing Wells, hit early is good. Like, those are all good things. Grisham had do RBIs. I like that.
Yeah.
It's not a matter of any of them being able to score. It's going to be the pitching. It's going to be the the bullpen, and how long everything lasts, how healthy they can get with their arms. And by the way, the rest of the division's really good. You better have a good offense.
And the other thing, too, is are they too reliant on the home run? Can they string hits together? And you saw them have a big first inning where it wasn't
no home runs.
Some grand slam home run or back-to-back home runs. No,
McMahon's was a seeing eye ground ball. Like that's what that was, and it scored 2 runs.
Put the ball in play, and I think so. It's how you do it, how often you do it, more than if they can do it.
Right.
Again, just one game, but everything you were looking for, I think, came up aces.
Completely agree.
Let's try good old Manny in Flushing. What's up, Manny?
What's up, Manny?
Hey, guys. Hey, what's up, guys? How y'all doing?
Good.
Good,
man. Listen, great game by the Yankees. Too bad I didn't watch it, but I didn't watch it, but I'm glad that my team win. Good luck for your Mets, though, by the way, Don. Hopefully, good luck, too. By the way, Hahn, tonight, the next big game against Charlotte, 2 teams from the best records since late January. Yes. I want to ask you this, my man, Hahn. What are your thoughts on Josh Hart clapping back at your boy, Stephen A. Smith?
What did he say about Stephen A.? I didn't see the quote. I saw Stephen A. tell him.
Well, Josh basically told Stephen A. to shut the hell up, and he called him a part-time Knicks fan.
Well, I mean, if you want to get engaged in it, right? Like that's I'm trying to find the quote. I'm finding the quote now, and I'll read it.
Well, yeah, you can't wade into waters like this without information.
Well, you want to know exactly what's said.
That's
you know
right.
What I mean,
yeah.
Like I want to get
you're
the
a professional.
exact.
I can tell you right now. I have it here.
All right, we have
Jacob's got it.
Jacob's got it.
I got it too.
There it is.
There you go.
Thank you, though, Jacob. He said, "I think Stephen A. as a part-time Knicks fan needs to shut the hell up. He barely knows guys that are on the team."
Ooh.
And that's going back and forth because I think Stephen A. told Josh Hart to shut the hell up. Because Josh Hart was defending Mikal Bridges from Stephen A.'s criticism. Right?
Yes, because Stephen said, I need Josh Hart to be quiet. Yeah, 7 picks for a dude who can't get you 10 points per game.
And really where this is the Villanova guys, because it actually started with Stephen A. blaming Jalen Brunson for Mikal Bridges even being here and the 5 picks that the Knicks gave up. And he put that on Brunson. So Stephen's been doing this for the last couple of weeks. He's been kind of just throwing snowballs at them. And finally now you're starting to see some response, at least from Josh. But I like I said, this stuff kind of makes me laugh. Like I don't take any of this stuff so seriously. It's a matter of Stephen A. wanting the Knicks to prove him wrong. I can guarantee. I talked to him a couple of times over the last couple of weeks about the Knicks. I've gotten to run into him doing Get Up when he's getting ready for First Take. And you can tell, like, he's like a lot of Knicks fans. It's the anxiety of they got to do it this year. And there was a time where he didn't really feel like they were playing well. And he's like, I don't know if they have it in them. And then his frustration's coming out about all the different pieces. But him blaming Jalen Brunson for Mikal Bridges being here is where this all started. And now he kept poking the bear, and he got the response that he's looking for. He wants to be proven wrong, though. Everybody understand that. Stephen A. wants to be proven wrong. Can they do it?
This is unfortunately the waters that you delve into when you admit that you're a fan of a team, right? So, Stephen A. says he's a Knicks fan. So players assume, all right, well, we should be getting a soft landing from the guy. He's a fan. That's why he goes after him saying that he's a part-time Knicks fan, because these players believe, well, if you admit you're a fan, then what are you killing us for? But Stephen's got to honor his job and be critical. And I also have no problem with fans being critical of their own team. But sometimes when a player hears that you're a fan, they think they got you in their pocket. Stephen's not in anybody's pocket. He's going to tell you how he feels about it,
right,
regardless of whether he's rooting for the Knicks or not. He's got a job to do, and he does it well, and he tries to stir it up. And it's also another example of guys, just get the damn playoffs started already. I mean, it's not anybody's fault. It's just like, all right, we know what we know. Now let's go. Let's get it done.
Yeah, but you still got to figure out
the regular season's going to matter.
Well, it is going to matter because it's going to matter how they finish. It's going to matter where they finish, who they play in the first round, who other teams play in the first. I'm telling you guys right now. I'm putting this out there right now. There's a Dragon Slayer in the bottom of this conference, Atlanta, maybe even Charlotte, there's a Dragon Slayer. One of the top 4 is going to get knocked out. One of the top 4 is going to get knocked out because one of these – there's a couple of teams that we're not talking about or paying attention to that's playing their best basketball of the season right now. And they just had – they weren't good at the start, whatever it was, and that's why they'll be either in a play-in or a 6th seed. But one of those down there, there's a Dragon Slayer laying in the weeds, and whoever – that's what I'm waiting to see. So this seeding's going to be important. Matchups are going to be important.
That I agree with. But as far as us learning anything about this team between now and the end of the season, because if you lose, it's it doesn't matter. If you win, it's like, it doesn't matter because it's not the postseason. I think we don't know how good this team is, but I don't think we're going to have any kind of a feel based on these final dozen games that's going to change the mind. The pressure's still going to be on them. Is it the same old Knicks? I don't know if anybody's going to get their opinions changed over the next few games. But you're right, from a positioning standpoint, I do agree it's going to be important to finish strong for where you finish in the standings. But are you going to change hearts and minds until you do it in the playoffs? No.
It is interesting, though, because watching the Celtics Thunder last night, the Celtics are a team, 2 years removed from a championship, playing a team that's 1 year removed from a championship, and those two teams sure looked like they care about what's going on right now.
Well, I didn't like the Thunder's game at all.
No, the Thunder weren't great.
I did not like them at all in that game, and they're trying to get Jay Will back. They're trying to work him back in. He was not good. I didn't like their game. They got a little arrogant early with their threes, and then they got loose defensively. That's why I look at the Thunder, and it's like they're really, really good. But I think anybody can get got this year. They're the ones that you're going to put at the top of the list of power rank the teams that can win a championship this year because they're just that good. But I don't think they're infallible.
No.
I didn't like their game. I'll tell you what, how the Celtics played because they were down early.
And they looked dug in yesterday. That was a team that cared and a crowd that cared. Everyone was in on that game.
No doubt. Yeah, and Tatum had his best game.
Yeah, the Celtics are going to present some interesting scenarios in the Eastern Conference. Mets up 9-5, Don.
9-5.
And because it's the Mets, I still think this game's wide open. 6th inning, by the way. We're never getting on actual radio. Forget it.
God. Well, at least it's the bottom of the 6th, but jeez. It's out of here.
Oh, you're way ahead of me. What just happened?
What's the kid's name? Is it Benge?
Benge, his first homer of the year.
Yeah.
Makes it 10-5.
Yeah. I sent that. Yeah.
Oh, I'm up there now. I see it.
Yeah, it's Benge. Yeah. There you go. Good for him.
I'm so disgusted. I'm watching it on the computer.
Okay.
Meaning I'm watching the game day, the stick figures.
Oh, yeah.
Even though the game is on NBC,
it's on
guess what? The hotel I'm in is, I guess they get their TV from Dish Network, and Dish Network's in a contract with NBC. So I don't get NBC on the TV.
Oh, they're in a dispute as we speak.
They're in a dispute as we speak.
Wait, so is this game? This game is on national television, NBC?
That's correct.
Yeah, it's on NBC.
I'm watching it on NBC.
And you know who's calling it?
Who's calling it?
Matt Vasgersian.
This guy, what?
No way.
Yeah.
Yes.
So he red-eyed to New York.
He figured out the airport system apparently, and he got here in time to call this game.
Wait, this guy's getting checks in both hands.
So he's got a Peacock deal and he's got a Netflix deal.
And MLB Network.
And MLB Network.
God bless.
All right, we got to get him on. We got to get him on.
Yeah, and so he doesn't have, but he just does national games, right?
I believe
he doesn't also have a team, right?
He's got to have a team.
You think he's got a team too?
I don't think he does.
How does he not have a team?
Well, how do you have a team?
Back in the day, I thought he did the Brewers.
Yeah, he's got to have a team. Or if he doesn't have one, maybe he had one. But I mean, how else did he get started?
He was Angels from 21 to 25,
and now he's out.
So that's last year.
But is he done? Was that the end? Because to start the year, that's a crazy. I mean, if you have MLB Network, Peacock, and Netflix, although Netflix only doing what? How many games were the Netflix package?
As far as I know, I think that's it. They have the home run derby.
They have that in the home run derby,
and maybe the All-Star game.
Oh, so that then
good.
Oh, then
no, Fox has the All-Star game. They would have the All-Star.
Yeah, that makes me feel better. I don't have to worry about Netflix anymore.
Yeah, no more Bert Kreischer hosting your baseball games.
Please.
1-800-919-3776. A lot more to get to. Don Hahn and Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
St. John's has advanced to the Sweet 16 for the first time since 1999. Now, East Region top seed Duke stands in the Johnny's way for a trip to the Elite Eight. Coverage begins tomorrow at 6:50, only on 1050 ESPN.
Ready to shoot your shot? Log into BetMGM and make your picks in the March Matchups 500K Pick'em for your chance to win a share of bonus bets. It's free to play and easy to get started. Just log into your BetMGM account and predict which teams will cover the spread in their matchup in each round of the college basketball tournament. If you get the most correct, you'll win a share of $100,000 in bonus bets. Even better, successfully pick the most teams to cover the spread in all 5 rounds of the tournament to win a share of $500K in bonus bets. Think you know college basketball? Log into BetMGM to make your picks to win a share of $100,000 in bonus bets per round. It's free to play. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus years of age or older to wager and physically present in New York only. New and existing customer offer. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards or non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire in 7 days.
At City Harvest, we believe no New Yorker has to go hungry. With your help, we're on the road 365 days a year, rescuing over 77 million pounds of nutritious food and delivering it free to millions of New Yorkers, transforming surplus food into sustenance, sustainability, and smiles, rallying thousands of New Yorkers to power a network of nourishment across our city. One day, one meal, and one New Yorker at a time. That's how we feed good. Donate at cityharvest.org.
Are you ready to make a difference for the environment while helping the visually impaired at the same time? Then donate your vehicle to Heritage for the Blind today by calling 1-800-983-6530. Every donated vehicle will either be properly recycled in an eco-friendly manner or given a new life through reuse. Donating your vehicle is easy. Simply call 1-800-983-6530 and Heritage for the Blind will do the rest. They'll even arrange for your vehicle to be picked up at no cost to you. And for a limited time, when you donate your car, you'll receive a $200 restaurant voucher and a 2-night, 3-day hotel stay at one of 50 locations. Call 1-800-983-6530 right now to schedule your vehicle donation and make a positive impact on the environment while helping others. Heritage for the Blind, where every car donation counts and every person makes a difference. Call 1-800-983-6530 now. This advertisement is paid for by Heritage for the Blind.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Talk about stepping up. Bang! Bang! It's time to level up your game. Introducing the all-new ESPN app. All of ESPN, all in one place. Your home for the most live sports and the best championship moments.
The electricity is palpable.
Step up your game with no annual contract required. It's the ultimate fan experience. Level up for more on the ESPN app or at stream.espn.com. Sign up now.
Join DiPietro and Rothenberg Thursday, April 23rd for a special couch cast of Round 1 of the NFL Draft, presented by Calandra's Bakery. The Jets and Giants have 3 picks in the top 16, and Rick and Dave will react live as the first round unfolds. From the big decisions to the big-time drama. Catch it all in this YouTube-only exclusive, and it's all from Calandra's Bakery and your home for football talk. ESPN New York.
The NBA moves fast, and the stars move faster. With DraftKings Sportsbook, the #1 sportsbook for live betting, you're never a step behind. DraftKings keeps pace with every play, offering industry-leading live betting, dynamic odds that shift as the game unfolds, and more open markets more often. They're live when others aren't, so you're always in the game when it matters most. Get in on the action with live player props as the most exciting performances unfold in real time. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code WHSQ. That's code WHSQ. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problems gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, Kansas, pass-through of per-wager tax may apply in Illinois. 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Restrictions apply.
Well, it's now 10 to 5.
There are a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. Release a new 2026 Mazda CX-30 2.5 SS preferred all-wheel drive for $219 for 36 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for details. VIN TM108368. MSRP $31,435. Zero security deposit. Ends 3/31/26.
Can I address somebody?
Go ahead. Go ahead, Alan.
So, just as I was looking for the Josh Hart quote on Twitter from Steve Popper of Newsday, who had it. Now, of course, all my mentions pop up, and Eric says to me, stop hating on my Yankees.
Whoa.
What? When did I hate on the Yankees? Then he said, but then he says this. So try to decipher this for me or decode. We have the Yes Network sometimes. We're on Prime Video, Fox, NBC, Apple TV, Netflix. One time we have the Gotham app. We'll be just fine. Thank you. Can you help me with that?
I got nothing for you, buddy. I don't understand what he means.
I guess
I am not intelligent enough to understand that.
Well,
tweet.
I'm not sure he's intelligent or she's intelligent enough.
Well, it's Eric.
Because it sounds to me like he believes you're killing the Yankees for being on Netflix. It had nothing to do with the Yankees.
It had nothing to do with the Yankees. It was that I was trying to watch the Yankees, which is my team. And
you can have the Gotham Sports app all you want.
But wasn't on Gotham.
It's not going to be on the Gotham Sports app last night. It's not going to be on when it's on Peacock or when it's on Amazon.
Yeah.
But nobody's killing the Yankees for Netflix. That's an
that was
MLB
weird.
thing.
Yeah, okay. So it was weird. Okay. Wait. Now there's another one. Big issue with Alan Hahn. He's talking about Yankees and Judge. When did I talk about Judge?
You sure this is from today?
I don't know.
Where is this happening?
On Twitter. Are people listening? Are they listening to us or are they listening to yesterday's podcast?
Guys, I think we're going to have to address something. I'm going to be honest. Peter's involved here, as you could see. I'm sure you could see on the video. Peter has a lot going on here.
I'm not looking at the
I'm
video.
done. I
don't know. I don't know if that's true.
No, I did it.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Listen, you guys know what it's like. Have either of you ever had... I mean, Don, I feel like even Don, who's averse to dealing with things like this, I'm sure has had to deal with it. Have you guys ever had something going on with our wonderful company that we love? We love Disney. But have you ever had something going on where it requires HR conversations, and it feels like to do this, you're breaking into Superman's fortress of solitude, just to get basic information that you need for your life? Have either of you experienced this?
Of course.
And you know that when you finally get close to the finish line, you cannot bail on that conversation. To bail after the amount of HR work you do to get to the right person who has the answer.
Wait.
You can't bail.
Are you pulling a Bart Scott? Are you on hold during the show?
I'm off. Well, I finished it.
I had flashbacks.
I did it during the commercial break, and it continued till just a minute.
Well, why would you think you could get that done in 5 minutes? The arrogance.
I know. No, it was. Listen, it was. This
is a Bart special. It was. Bart would be on hold as he walked in before the show started, because you'd hear the hold music. I'm like, what are you doing? Oh, I'm on hold. Well, the show's going to start. I know. Then he would think that I'm going to hold till the end of the first segment. I'll be fine. Sometimes he'd time it right. When we went to break, he'd walk out and handle the business. Other times, the person would pick up right away. And he would turn off his mic and just not get no more.
Well, but here's the difference. We
so
know
that was
Bart
very,
doesn't care.
very much a flashback for me.
We know Bart doesn't care.
Right.
Oh, he cares.
No.
I just know about what sometimes.
Yeah, something.
Yeah,
It's not
he
about
definitely
his
cares.
job. But Peter cares about what he does.
Thank you.
He has
Wait,
the
let's,
arrogant.
for the record, I love Bart.
Yeah.
And everything about him.
Yeah.
But those were moments that I would just stare and go, we're on the air.
Well, listen, this week, Alan, of all weeks, I don't know if you have a kick coming with the we're on the air. If you know what I mean.
That is true.
It's tough for you.
You know what? And you know what? Yeah, I wasn't going to bring this up.
Yeah.
Listen.
Marco heard it live. Because they can't dump on YouTube, right? And he's watching on YouTube
Wasn't
because
there.
he's on vacation.
Oh.
He's on vacation this week. They're in spring break.
That's a problem.
And he's like, Mommy, Alan said a bad word.
Listen.
So thank you, Alan.
Listen.
Now we can't stop him
First
from
thing I'm going
saying
to tell you is this. I'm sure in your household it was not the first time you heard that word. Second of all.
That's my. You know what, Alan? That's my business.
That's right.
All right.
You don't have the right.
What happens behind the closed doors of my home? That's my business.
Damn right.
But I do.
My son should not be subjected to this
filth
talk
because of you.
Because of you.
My son.
It was a lot happened yesterday, folks. If you didn't hear the show.
My only excuse is that I was drinking an energy drink because I'd only slept for 3 hours. I was powering through, and yes, I was a mess yesterday.
You know what?
You guys are living dangerously in that studio. I'm just letting you know right now.
Yeah,
really. All I know is that it is officially not a victimless crime.
Wasn't there.
Oh.
Mommy!
Troubling
said a bad
one
word.
seed.
Oh, God.
See you in
Next time I see
2027.
Marco, he's either going to love me or he's going to be afraid.
Now I'm proud of him. It's a proud moment in the McGregor household because it wasn't like he now has permission to say it. He knew it was a bad word, and he immediately turned you in.
I didn't think he'd narc on me, but okay. I thought Marco was going to be my guy and just, cover for me.
No
I didn't hear
hesitation.
anything. I don't know what happened. He narked on me. I'm a little concerned about that.
1-800-919-3776. Anyone you want to narc on in the 4 o'clock hour. What do you have coming up for Thursday? It's that guy.
That guy.
Is that guy Alan Hahn?
We got a couple. Yeah, I guess I could have been that guy.
I mean, is it just people only from the Netflix broadcast last night?
Not that.
I mean, there has to be at least some. I mean, Bert Kreischer and Jameis Winston. If Alan, if you're not a guest on their podcast when it launches, I'm going to be extremely disappointed. We'll get to that guy Thursday. We'll do ENN at 6. It's a 6:30 vehicle. Mets putting up a ton of runs. Yankees win their first last night and get a great performance from Max Fried, but Aaron Judge struggles. It's all on the table. Plus the tournament, guys. Not only Drop Madness, but the basketball of it all back tonight as well. It's Don Hahn and Rosenberg on ESPN New York.
Make cancer screening a part of your annual healthcare routine. New York Presbyterian offers a full range of cancer screenings, including lung, cervical, prostate, colorectal, breast, and more. Regular cancer screenings could save your life by detecting cancer at its earliest, most treatable stages. Screenings are available across New York City and Westchester. Learn more at nyp.org/cancer screening. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
Attention New York Verizon mobile customers. Score a massive win with award-winning Fios Home Internet for an incredible $20 a month guaranteed for 3 years. Switch today for savings you can count on. Call 1-800-VERIZON now. For new Fios customers with AutoPay, mobile and home discount enrollment required. 3-year price guarantee applies to the Fios base monthly rate only. Additional terms apply.
It feels like everyone's sick right now. You aren't imagining it. Doctors say this is the worst cold and flu season in 25 years, and it's not over. I was just traveling. It was like everyone around me was coughing, sneezing, and sick. I can't afford to get sick, and I doubt you can either. That's why I ordered a medical emergency kit. Having a medical emergency kit is like having urgent care and pharmacy right in your home. It includes essential prescriptions like generic Z-Pak to help you get well faster, plus important antibiotics to treat pneumonia, strep throat, sinus and ear infections, nausea, even UTIs, and many more common and serious illnesses. It's your kit the moment you need it. Just match your symptoms to the right prescription in your guidebook or call their telemedicine doctor standing by. It's genius. Every home needs at least one medical emergency kit. Order yours online in minutes and it's shipped to your door. I can save you $45 when you use my promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880. Again, save $45 with my promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880.
Harry Douglas here to tell you about Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy. It tastes just like the best birthday cake ever. Vanilla, buttery, frosting vibes. It's basically a party in a bottle. Confetti Craze makes it easy to turn any day into a party with its delicious birthday cake flavor and big birthday energy. And here's the best part. All cake, no sugar. I bring these tiny bottles everywhere to cakeify my day with tasty caffeine boosts. The Funfetti flavor is back on 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon. Crack open a Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy shot today.
Clinton Yates here. Game day brings the excitement. Your stay should feel just as memorable. With Marriott Bonvoy, official hotel partner of the NCAA and U.S. Soccer, you're connected to a portfolio of brands designed for how you travel. Some offer complimentary breakfast. Others give you room to spread out, space to stay productive, or extended stay comforts. So whether you're a traveling fan or part of the team, Marriott Bonvoy celebrates the moments that live on before and after the game. Marriott Bonvoy, where game day checks in.
ESPN New York, now streaming live on YouTube. Subscribe today and watch the show. WHSQ and WCBS FM HD2, New York.
Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg, 4:01 on this beautiful Thursday.
You know what?
Yeah, no, it's a beautiful, beautiful afternoon. Hope you're enjoying it. Alan's getting set for Knicks basketball.
Like you dream about.
Don is getting set for some Devil hockey like you dream about. And last night we did the baseball. And one of the interesting things that came away from the broadcast was something Barry Bonds said that was related to the Yankees. I'm going to play it for you guys. You ready?
Yes.
Barry Bonds says he was almost a Yankee.
When you came here, Barry, there was so much discussion of the Yankees being interested. You ever think back in a what-if sense? What if I was a Yankee? That short porch, you might have hit 1,000 home runs.
I got to tell you a story because George isn't here anymore, so I can tell the truth, right?
All right, George.
Right, he ain't here. Well, I would have been the Yankees, but Steinbrenner got on the phone and they called us and they told me, Barry, we're going to give you the money to highest paid player at that time, but you have to sign the contract by 2 o'clock this afternoon. And I said, excuse me? And I just hung the phone up.
Wow.
And I went to go get lunch and my, Dennis Gilbert, my agent, and were like, what do you know you just did? I'm like, did you know what he just said? I just said, forget it. And I went to go by the time I walked down the street to go get lunch, I said, let me just think about this. The Giants called me and I said, I'm going home.
So,
what do you call, all right, BS meter, 1 to 10. 1 being not BS, 10 being absolutely BS. Where are we going?
I'm 7.5 BS.
Don?
I'm like 9.
9
out of 10.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what part of it do you think is true, Don?
That he signed with the Giants.
Well,
he signed it was because it's December of '92. He signed a 6-year deal with the Giants, $44 million. Which I know we all laugh at now, right? Like, what the hell? That's it? But that was the contract
I
in the
believe
90s.
George offered him a contract. I believe that. And my belief is that Barry declined. I don't think there was ever any ultimatum. I mean, where exactly did George have the standing in order to do that in the summer, or actually the off season of '92?
Right.
When the Yankees were not winning. He'd just come off being suspended. Nobody wanted to see him to play for the Yankees. You had a list of free agents that didn't go there. Bad deals, superstars in other places that had played for the Yankees or came up with the Yankees. Why would George do that? give him an ultimatum like that. I mean, if this is 97, 98, you'd say, all right, well, listen, George is feeling it. The Yankees are winning championships. I could do that. Could George afford to do that in 1992? Now, Barry wasn't Barry in the sense of breaking the home run record, but he was an outstanding player that was on his way to the Hall of Fame even before all the allegations of PEDs. Why would you give him an ultimatum like that? How does that make any sense for George?
Well, going back to the reporting in 92, they offered him a 5-year deal at $36 million. So they offered him less money. So he took the higher offer. Now, why would George give him an ultimatum? Because George would probably like, I want to know by 2 because I don't want you now using this. You know what I mean? Like, don't use it for leverage. I got other guys I want to sign. I think they signed Jimmy Key. Like, if he's doing that, like, I need to know by 2 because I got other things on the burner, that's fine.
Well, see, that's why I'm saying 9 out of 10 instead of 10 out of 10. Is it semantics? Were those words said? Sure, but Barry's tone he was like offended, like, come on, like the arrogance of George to give me a deadline. There might have been a back and forth, and George is finally like, listen, this is my last offer. All right, so get back to me by 2. And he got a better offer from the Giants and took it. But that's not a fun story. That's just the Giants won the face-off on the negotiations. The fun story is that George, in his arrogance, because now George became what he became, I think he kind of doctored the story enough where he's not technically lying, but I don't think it played out exactly the way Barry is saying.
Also, the way Bonds, tells the story, it's easy to forget. Barry Bonds at that time was on his way. That's why it's reasonable he'd get the offer to maybe be the highest paid player in baseball. He was becoming that dude. Like, he was becoming the man. Now Now remember, he had a couple of year period, guys, where he just was awful in the playoffs for the Pirates. You guys remember that? He just could not hit in the playoffs, and that was sort of becoming like the narrative was that Bonds was great in the regular season, not in the postseason. Right. But he was a 40-40, like, he was a beast. But he wasn't the guy, but he's also not the guy that a lot of the kids listening now picture when they think of Barry Bonds in 1998. Mm-hmm. He's not that guy either.
He was on his way, but you're right. They had just come off losing to the Braves. I believe it was that with that play at the plate. Was it Sid Bream? Whatever that play at the plate.
Bream. Good.
The Braves moved on. But the Pirates just couldn't get over the hump, and they knew that he was going to get the big deal. Now, I don't think anybody knew he was going to break the home run record and become the player, but he still was on his way to the Hall of Fame. He's a Hall of Fame caliber player. But I'm sure George didn't want to go where San Francisco wanted to go. But that's not a fun story, right? Like, if he just said, yeah, just the Yankees, the Giants outbid the Yankees, that's why I didn't become a Yankee. But was there, all right, you got to let me know. I got to move on. There's other players I want to sign. Let me know by 2 whether you're going to accept this offer. He made it seem like, all right, take it or leave it. That's it. I'm sure there was a lot.
Well, and also it's like, there's the way he worded it. Stories change, though, like in your brain over the years. And you then have your own editorial version you start to tell.
That's what I don't like.
And it's natural, right? Like, as the years go on, because now, think about it, guys. This story for Bonds, it's over 30 years old. He's been telling this story to friends and family for over 30 years. And the version he now tells, everyone goes, wow, really? And you start naturally hamming it up. When there's a world in which maybe, George said something along the lines of like, hey, I got a couple hours. I got to figure out what I'm doing. But the story sounds better when it's like, if you don't come back to me by 2 o'clock,
more
it's
importantly, it's this. If you're a Yankees fan, and this is now 1,000,000 years ago, right? It's another lifetime ago. It's before anything, really hit with this team. They had Jimmy Key and Paul O'Neill. Like, those were guys that were pieces at the very beginning, at least.
They had Mattingly and down the stretch, the last few years of Mattingly.
They still had Tartable on the team. Like, they had those guys. If that's the year of the Abbott no-hitter, right? If I'm not mistaken. It was Showalter was the manager. They had finally kind of gotten out of a malaise of season after season where they were a losing team. Second-place team behind a great Blue Jays team. But do you look back and go, wow, if Bonds had taken that offer, could they have won the division that year? Could they have been a team that got to the World Series with just one player? Or were they, they still – like, what's a weird thing to say? I'm glad he didn't sign. Here's why. Because then the 96 and all doesn't happen. You can make that argument.
No, you totally can. How?
Because George brought all these guys in, right? This is before George went through the whole Howie Spirit thing where he gets suspended. So now none of that happens, maybe.
Yeah. Because
you have this big money contract with Bonds, and now it's harder to bring up players like Bernie and others. So maybe the dynasty never happens because of this. Who knows? We don't know.
Just to correct the thing, in '92 they were 76 and 86. They were 10 games under 500.
But this was the winter of '92 when they made the offer.
This is after the '92 season, going into the '93 season.
Right.
So they were just coming off a year in which they were 10 games under 500.
They were garbage, right? But that's
Right.
what I mean. That season when he says no, that season they were a good team. But if you
finished 88, 74,
if he doesn't say no, are they a better team? Of course they are. They have him with a team that's pretty decent. As I mentioned, they have O'Neill. They've got some decent pieces on that team. Tartable, was hitting home runs. But I'm just trying to figure out, like, as a Yankee fan, I don't care. I don't care. Right?
Well, listen, you don't care because 3 years later you win the World Series and you win 4 championships in 5 years. But if 1993, you've got Barry Bonds in left field instead of Deion James, you can't tell me that you're not all fired up. Now, I don't know who would not be there if you signed Barry Bonds. I'd like to take a look.
I know.
But you would have Barry Bonds, man.
I know.
But you can't. You have no clue. Well, there's a line in this movie that I thought was tremendous that I just saw, Train Dreams, that I loved. It's about loggers, like, destroying, basically, when they started destroying the forest of America to build the train system and everything else, you never know what's, like, the other end of the thread is, right? When you pull something, you never know. Yeah. And this is one of those things. Barry Bonds ends up a Yankee. Maybe he ends up setting the home run record and they win absolutely nothing in the 90s. There's no way of knowing. It changes everything.
That's what I'm saying. I'm wondering, as a Yankees fan, how the older guys now, because younger Yankee fans, you can't relate to this. So, I mean, I need somebody that, you got to be old enough to have been around for those years. And, do you look back and say, wow, if it wasn't for George, we could have gotten Barry Bonds. He would have never gone to the Giants and things could have changed. Do you hear this story and be frustrated? Or do you hear this story and go, I don't care. We still won freaking 5 titles. Who cares?
That's ultimately the answer, right?
Yeah.
I can't imagine you wouldn't win because, again, left field was a hole for the Yankees. You had Deion James.
Yep.
You had Jared Williams. You who am I forgetting? Luis Polonia.
Yeah.
Like left field was a hole. It was a hole on the team.
I'm slacking here.
Gerald Williams was beloved, but yes, he was not exactly.
Gerald Ice Williams, I believe, was his nickname. So even in '96.
This conversation, Alan, it's leading us to a place we've never been before. You know what it is?
Yeah.
What is
it? Strange Pull City. That's where we're going.
Yeah. Right, but then you go out.
We're driving right in.
Mayor Sid Bream, okay? Executive Director Gerald Williams, all right? Councilman Danny Tartable. Everybody's here.
Then you had Tim Raines. Like it was a rotation of guys in left field. It's just crazy. And then you would have had what I think the better question is, because I think Yankee fans wouldn't make the trade because, again, you win those championships and all that. And I can't imagine Barry Bonds would stop you, but Peter makes a point. You never know. How would Yankee fans have handled the controversy? Like in San Francisco, Barry Bonds is a god. He's a pariah everywhere else. But they talk about him, the reverence they talk about him during broadcasts. Because, Nancy's a Giant fan. I'd watch the broadcast. They bring up net PDs, Schmeedies. Doesn't exist.
Yeah, right.
I wonder how the Yankee fans would have dealt with that controversy. Would they have supported him? Would they have, tolerated him? Like, hey, we're winning, so but I don't like him. Or would they have did what the San Francisco Giants fans did and just pretend it never happened? Hey, never tested positive, never failed the test.
I'm going with the latter, Don.
How do you not, right?
I have to admit, you know how New York fans are. Stand in front of all bullets. That's how we are. Unless you're losing.
You're not wrong.
Only if you're losing do you get it. But if you're winning, don't mess with my winning. Right? Don't mess with my winning.
You have the example of, Andy Pettit goes through the whole HGH thing, and it's like, well, he was recovering from injury.
But he apologized. He was upfront about it. See,
right.
A-Rod never got the benefit of the doubt from fans because it just from the very beginning, I don't think everybody really wanted to embrace him. So I think that's also part of it.
I got to break in here, guys, for a moment. I got to say something that I think needs to be said.
That we're talking about something from 30 years ago?
No, not at all. I love this.
Well, that's the 90s team.
I'm down for Strange Pole City. That's not it. What I was going to say is that there was just a pitch challenged in the Mets-Pirates game, and it was confirmed a strikeout. Okay. And I was just saying to Anthony in the talkback, it's funny how little conversation there has been about a league and sport that everything is so sacrosanct. This is a major change.
Well,
that pitches are going to be, and yesterday, the first time it has ever happened, they were talking about something else and didn't even make news about it. It's bizarre. I'm actually surprised we haven't talked about it more. It's starting right now.
So I was thinking about it on things that we were going to talk about today because Caballero challenged it, and it was like we're talking about a smidge of the ball was touching the corner.
Right.
It was so small that it's almost like, was that too close to challenge? And was he going up saying, all right, nobody's challenged yet, I'm going to do it? You know what I mean? Who knows what the motivation was? But to lose the first challenge is kind of it's kind of
I just think it's crazy that a bigger deal like that they didn't make a bigger deal about it. This is something we have talked about happening in baseball. The beginning of this is just the first bit of it, right? But this is the beginning of a massive change in the sport, and we're kind of being quiet about it.
But because it just hasn't become a thing yet. Because again, Netflix missed it. The game was not really competitive. But I'll tell you, during the Met game, and I'm listening to the broadcast again because I couldn't watch it on TV because they blacked out NBC here in Nashville. I forget what inning it must have been. The third inning. So the Mets have a 5-2 lead in the third, and Cruz, I think it was a 3-2 pitch, walks. The Mets challenge it, turns out to be a strike. Cruz is out. And Howie brings up, was that a good challenge? Considering the Mets are up 5-2. It's the third inning. You might need that later on in the game. Was that a good challenge? They were debating it. And then Lau hits the home run. And he ends up making a 5-3 game. And then you're thinking, no, it was a good challenge because if you believe in the fallacy of the predetermined outcome, all of a sudden now it's a 5-4 game. But there is the debate of, do I challenge it? It's early in the game. I don't want to lose all my challenges. And also how instantaneous the answer is. Why is baseball not willing to embrace this as just the way things are? Mm-hmm. Why does it have to be challengeable? If it's that instantaneous, why isn't every pitch subject to review?
I firmly
just get it right.
That if you have that technology for every pitch, why not just use it for every pitch? Then it doesn't have to be a challenge. It doesn't have to be questions. It doesn't have to be should he or shouldn't have. It doesn't have to be. Nobody has to be embarrassed. The batter doesn't have to be embarrassed that he challenged wrong. The catcher doesn't have to be embarrassed that he challenged wrong. The umpire's not embarrassed because he got the call wrong. We don't need any of that. Instead, you just get it right every single time. It's right every time. Why not?
Unless they like the whole let's debate on whether we should challenge it or not. But I thought one of the reasons they had challenges, we don't want everything to be reviewable. We'll sit here for 5 hours. But it's pretty much instantaneous. It doesn't take that much time.
I agree.
But it is, Peter, it is interesting that I think people made way too big of a deal out of it last night. I think it was wrong that Netflix missed it. But let's not
that would be an opportunity.
Oh my God, they missed the first ever ABS challenge. What's wrong with you? We're all gonna sing Kumbaya.
No, it's just surprising on a broadcast where they we're gonna bring out taxi cabs for the intro to the Yankees, but we're not going to make sure that the first time this historic thing happens, we at least have a graphic, pull it up with a description of what this means and like a little bit of a breakdown. You just think it's an opportunity kind of missed. That's all.
Now, I don't know how you guys saw it because, again, there's a lot going on.
Oh, by the way, on my other TV, Tom Rathman with a huge pickup for the 49ers.
Oh, he's got the NFL. He got
classic 80s. You know, it's classic when you see the baseball field in the middle of the football field.
Yeah, that's old school football.
All right, sorry, Don, you were saying.
So, the Netflix goes to the manager's interview. So, are you going to abort the interview? You got to tell the manager, listen, we'll talk to you later. I mean, it was an awkward spot.
Yeah, you got to do it when you come back. Don't you do it right when you come back? And kind of break it down?
They never acknowledged it. Like, they didn't even talk about it. All right, unfortunate timing that we're in the middle of the interview with the Giants manager and we missed this historic moment. They just never addressed it. That's where they were wrong. But the timing it wasn't anybody's fault.
No, that's not. But I just feel like the standard issue thing to do, you get back from the interview, you go, guys, during that interview, we just saw the first ever ABS challenge.
Yeah, and then show it. Hey, let's clarify a few things here.
Go ahead.
I always appreciate Kofi. The Steinbrenner stuff, I had mentioned this, and again, the years go by, and you just try to get it right. But the Steinbrenner thing with Spirit, he was reinstated in '93, so that he would have been in touch with Bonds in that December of. No, wait, then he wouldn't. Wait, that's right.
No, reinstated '93 was just '92, and
that's what he's saying. So Steinbrenner wasn't reinstated as managing general partner of the Yankees until March of '93, right before that '93 season. December of '92, he technically wasn't. So is Bonds sharing that he was talking to me, even though he really
that would, you know what that would make sense about, though? I was trying to understand why he even said George isn't here anymore so I can say it.
Yeah,
maybe that would explain that.
Is that he called him and said, listen, this is what we're going to offer you, but I need to know by 2. And he's just like, what's this guy doing? I didn't even think of it because, again, the timeline and all that stuff sometimes, for those of us who don't live in that world on a daily basis, it does slip out of your mind.
But here's the thing. What was the rules of the suspension? Like, he couldn't conduct any business?
I believe he was not.
You're just not allowed.
Couldn't operate as an owner.
Right. But
that Stick Michael was running things back then, so it would have been up to him.
George, I'm telling you, at that time, it would not surprise me.
Yeah.
Well, George, with that kind of money involved, isn't going to get on the phone.
Yeah, that's got to be in Vaccaro's book that I have to finish. But again, the question about whether or not, as a Yankee fan, you care, does it matter? Here's, like Nate on Twitter said, my brothers, I'm 52 and a diehard Barry fan back in the day. I was hurt when they didn't get him. But looking back on it, no way they do the same thing with him. Their team was based on selflessness and teamwork. Great players. Again, Fielder, Raines, Justice buying in. He said Barry would never. And this is coming from a big diehard Barry fan from back then. Could he have disrupted what they did and what they were and what they were about? I can't imagine
Here's
that.
what I know. He was prickly with the media, and he obviously was defiant about the PED stuff. So comes across as a liar and a bad guy. But when you talk to his former teammate, like they rave about the guy. He did take them to a World Series in 2002. They lost. I can't believe he would have brought it all down. You never know, but I do think it's painting a picture of Barry just being a terrible person, a terrible teammate. That's not what you hear from his former teammates, at least what I've read, what I've heard. And, but he wasn't a great postseason player.
You know what it may mean, though? That he's that guy, which is coming up next. That guy.
Oh, well, then we just did it.
You see, it's that guy Thursday. And, by the way, guys, right now, new FanDuel customers get up to $300 back in bonus bets every day for 10 days. Here's how it works. Place a tournament bet using the token, and if it doesn't win, you'll get up to $300 back in bonus bets every single day for 10 straight days. You can even mix things up with same-game parlays for a shot at a bigger payout. So visit FanDuel.com/local to sign up today. 21 and over, physically present in New York. Bonus bets are non-withdrawable and expire 7 days after receipt. Tokens are received in increments of 1 per day. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Life is motion, but for Jaime, debilitating pain in both hips brought everything, including family time, to a halt.
Every doctor told me the same thing. They would do one hip at a time.
At White Plains Hospital, Dr. Jacob Totka's unique expertise provided an alternate approach by replacing both of Jaime's hips on the same day.
In just 2 hours, I got 2 new hips, and I went home that day.
White Plains Hospital, among the best hospitals anywhere that just so happens to be here. A member of the Montefiore Health System.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement, and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hard-working partners. So they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
Discover where your future can take you at SUNY Canton's Spring Open House on Saturday, April 25th. Explore exciting new programs like data science and analytics and cybersecurity, designed to prepare you for today's most in-demand careers. Tour campus, meet faculty, connect with current students, and sit down with financial aid representatives. Plus, attendees can enter for a chance to win a scholarship. For registration details and information about courtesy bus trips from New York, email admissions@canton.edu. SUNY Canton, your future starts here.
Hey, it's Alan Hahn. Rings End is your locally owned Benjamin Moore retailer. They're your store for quality with a full line of brilliant and durable Benjamin Moore paints. They're your store for inspiration with thousands of colors and a variety of sheens. And Rings End is your store for expertise with one-on-one advice for contractors and homeowners. Insist on Benjamin Moore paint from Rings End because the gorgeous color you love can't be matched in another brand of paint.
50 years from now, will jeans be wide or skinny? Will email still exist? Will guac still be extra? One thing is certain. If you won the new Millionaire for Life from the New Jersey Lottery today, you'd still be getting $1 million every year for life. That's enough money to say, bring it on, the future. I will have that guacamole at any price.
Play the new Millionaire for Life today. Anything can happen in Jersey. Must be 18 or older to buy a lottery ticket. Please play responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Monkey Sports, built by players for players, is your one-stop shop for hockey, baseball, lacrosse, and more. Find top-name equipment and expert in-store services like sharpening, break-ins, and relacing. Shop in-store at Monkey Sports in Farmingdale or Woodbridge or online for all the top brands. Whatever your sports, Monkey Sports gets you game ready fast. Monkey Sports, where athletes shop.
And now it's time for traffic. Here's Brandy Scott.
Thanks so much, guys. Mets home opener about to wrap up over at Citi Field. Already a packed ride on the Whitestone Expressway northbound. Bumper to bumper heading over to the Bronx-bound Whitestone Bridge. Delays go back onto the Van Wyck. Happy fans not going to be so happy if they're heading over to the Triborough Bridge. Big crash on the Grand Central westbound right before the span, taking out the left lane. Involves a couple of cars pretty much at a standstill there from LaGuardia. Worst ride to the outbound George Cross Bronx westbound, not moving much from the Bruckner on through. Just picked up some emergency road work on the upper deck on the Jersey side. Inbound George about 10 to 15 for the upper level. Outbound Lincoln Orinia 20 to 30. Outbound Hahn 15 to 20. This report is sponsored by Mothers Against Drunk Driving. For victims of drunk and drug driving, your grief is unique, but you're not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Visit MAD.org. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
Smalls here. Look, I get it. GLP-1 weight loss shots are popular. They're everywhere. But not everyone is thrilled about weekly injections. So what if your GLP-1 was as easy to take as a mint? That's why I want you to know about compounded tirzepatide. It's a mint-flavored tablet you simply let dissolve under your tongue. No needles. It's designed to help curb appetite and reduce cravings, even sweets and carbs, which are my personal enemies. And when hunger's under control, it's easier to eat less. Stay away from the junk foods that trip you up and tackle your weight loss goals head on. And this is important. The compounded tirzepatide is recommended by the medical board of the wellness companies, the doctors I trust. Look, if you're serious about getting your weight under control and weekly shots aren't your thing, I strongly encourage you to look into tirzepatide. Getting started is fast with an easy online physician consultation. Imagine discovering a no-needle option that fits your needs. Go to noneedles.com/smalls. Promo code SMALLS to save $50. That's noneedles.com/smalls. Promo code SMALLS to save $50.
Prescription required. Always consult your doctor to determine if this product is right for you.
We all have that one friend.
I'm talking about the yo-yos who set themselves on fire and bathe in pork and beans.
Or know that one person.
I'm here with my family.
Who can't help but be.
He's not cool. His voice is weird. He's kind of a dork. His brother's a tool. His girlfriend's annoying.
That guy.
I didn't know it was banner night. We won't be out for that.
It's time for That Guy Thursday.
Hey guys, anyone want to play some ball?
With Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
He's just being that guy.
Well, I got a couple.
Oh, fantastic, Alan. I pass you the rock.
First and foremost, though, but just to follow up from Nate, who sent us that thing about being a diehard Barry fan and, that he didn't think that Barry would have fit with that Yankee team, might have kind of messed up what they had. And then Don pushed back. He's now saying, this guy's a diehard Barry fan. He said he had a lounge chair and his own TV in the corner of the locker room. That was a no-enter zone for his teammates, from what I've heard. So I got to feel like, I don't know if Barry Bonds was going to be it. Like, he wouldn't have been with that group, the things we knew about that Yankee team. Now, later on, they added some guys who were prickly, like Randy Johnson and Kevin Brown. Clemens seemed to fit in pretty well. But there were other people that came in. Who was the dude? Chad Curtis, right? They had a couple of guys that were, but the group was strong enough by then to kind of like push back and make sure those guys didn't mess up the room. But this would have been early in the go, and a lot of those that the core four, they were young.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's an interesting debate.
I think we've run into enough players in our lifetime, guys, that you give them an inch, they'll take a mile. To me, that was more of a reflection on the Giants organization and where they were. He wouldn't have done that with the Yankees.
You don't think so?
Well, listen, the Yankees, George loved reclamation projects. And I'm not saying that Barry was a bad guy. But, Darryl Strawberry didn't come to the Yankees with a great reputation. Neither did Doc Gooden, whether drugs and really literally getting in trouble with the law.
Okay.
Right? George always loved to bring those guys in to kind of prove the world wrong. And they all fell in line.
Mm-hmm.
They all did, because the one thing you give the Yankees credit for, even then, it was a respected organization. I think George was respected to a certain point. A lot of guys didn't want to go there. See, that might be the ultimate answer, guys, that Barry's not telling you, is knowing he couldn't be that guy is why he didn't go there. Yeah, the Giants offered him more money, but it was probably a case of, all these rules that George has and guys file. I'm
right.
good.
No beards.
I'm not going to do that. But if he ended up on the Yankees, I think he would have conformed the way I think every other star, really, whoever really gave them many problems. There was a lot of guys that came over that had issues, had problems other places, and just didn't with the Yankees, because I don't think George would allow it.
Well, again, Kevin Brown wasn't great. Randy Johnson didn't love it here. There were a couple of people that came through that just knew that they had to just mind their business, otherwise the room would have turned on them. But the room had to be established, and it took those early years to establish it. I think that part of it's important. Now, B. Dilly said, what if the pulled thread goes the other way? Bonds comes to New York, the Yankees win, he becomes a megastar, and because he's a megastar in the Yankees, he doesn't feel overshadowed by McGuire and Sosa, doesn't turn to juice, and ends up in the Hall of Fame.
Now we're playing.
Now that's the happy juice story. Now you're happy.
That's fun. But that's fun, because I think it's a Barry Bonds apologist story. But for the people that concede that he did take it, was that that he wanted to catch up. He saw what the home run was doing for Sosa, McGuire, and he wasn't getting the love that he wanted. He was a good player. He had 34 home runs. He led the league in walks the year before he went to San Francisco. He's a really good player, but he wanted to be special. And he knew to be special, he had to hit home runs. But you're right. Maybe if he's winning championships and hitting 35 home runs in the Bronx, and he's doing commercials and he becomes a big deal. Maybe he's like, oh, this is great.
He doesn't care about McGuire and Sosa's whole thing and all that stuff. So
it's great. It's a great point. I know it sounds like it's exaggerating, but he does make a great point. It could have gone the other way.
All right, so that guy stuff.
Yes.
Right. The first one's just some goofy, social media stuff, but it's fun. I know he's listening, so he'll love that I'm calling him out. This guy, Andrew, was, taken aback. Well, John Harper, the great John Harper, was writing about how it's just a party at Citi Field. The game's over now, by the way. The Mets win 11-7. And again, Benge and Alvarez also had a home run. I mentioned on the show, right, when Benge hit the home run, how, it's his first one. We all made a big deal about it. And he ran to Twitter and replied to Harper saying, meanwhile, Alan Hahn is searching for a Josh Hart quote no one cares about. First time he's mentioning Benge on the show. And so I just, for fun, I just said, it's the first time anyone has, Andrew, it's March. And then he said, so off base, it's insane. And he said that, Michael, has been talking about him since January and all that, right? So, first of all, Andrew's a Mets fan, and yet during a Mets game, he's listening to our show. So I love him for that.
God bless.
But he was being that guy. You haven't even talked about this guy. Dude, it's March. What? There's a lot going on in New York. So now we're going to talk about him, and that's what it's supposed to be about. But it was a back and forth. He was being that guy, but I also acknowledge that your favorite team is playing their season opener, and you still have us on while watching the game. So God bless. We love you. But you were being that guy today. So that's that one. The other one is this. We've all lived this world. We've all been here. We've all seen it. We've all felt it. We've all thought it. And what I want to say is that we see it. But what about those who are doing it? Don't you know you're being that guy? And that is, of course, and God bless him because it's not an easy job. But when you are a road construction worker and you take out a lane in the middle of the day in one of the busiest stretches of road in this tri-state area.
Oh, yeah.
And everybody's miserable because they're all just jammed into 2 lanes when barely 3 is enough for that much traffic. And you are leaning against the concrete wall, looking at your phone, not doing a damn thing. Maybe it's your break. Maybe it's your break. And if it is, you deserve it.
God bless.
But don't be that guy. Don't be caught standing when a lane is closed for construction and there's no construction happening.
No, you can't be that guy.
You can't. You got to know. Everybody's looking at you like, yo, get to work, right? Like, what are you doing standing around? If it's your break and your union demands you get a break, good for you. Don't stand there.
No, you got to walk off. You got to go somewhere else.
Go in the truck. Sit in the truck at least, something. Don't sit. Don't just lean on the wall staring at your phone like, yeah, I got nothing to do. I'll get to this eventually.
Oh, is this creating an inconvenience for you?
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you guys, does this bother you? Like, you're being that guy by just standing there as everybody's staring at you. So,
all right, you want to let me piggyback.
That's that guy, don't you think?
Oh, let me piggyback with you because we're going driving and we're going New York etiquette.
Okay.
So, as the people here who know me well know, I am moving again because I'm a psychopath back to my old home on Tuesday. Right.
You can go home again.
Yeah, apparently you can go home again, and I am doing that on Tuesday. So one of the reasons that this has been a colossal failure for me is that after many years of not being in the street parking game, I decided at this stage of my life, I'm going to get right back into the old driving around looking for parking spots and dealing with alternate side every day of my life. So I'm that guy for thinking that, guys, I first got a garage, and I honestly don't care how this sounds. That was a way that I chose to spend $500 a month. Guys, I'm talking about going back like my second apartment in the city, something like that. I was like, you know what? I can't do this anymore. It's causing me too much stress. This is worthwhile to spend the money. Over 10 years after that, I said, let me go back to street parking. As you can imagine, guys, hasn't been great.
No.
Not in this winter. No. Not when you have times where ICE will literally take out an entire street of parking for a week. And then let's say there's an SVU episode that takes out 4 blocks of street parking. So it's had its ups and downs. Frankly, it could have been worse. It's mostly been okay. But anyways, I digress. The other day...
Thanks for the reminder. I have to move the car tonight.
Yeah, there you go. You better do it. The other day, it's let's say it's a Tuesday, all right?
A Tuesday.
And a Tuesday, and I'm driving looking for a spot, and I pull up and I see someone in a Monday, Thursday. They're in the car. The lights are... They had their hazards on for some reason. Hazards are on. They're sitting in the Monday, Thursday, and I pull up next to them, and I try to get the guy's attention. He's already trying to do the I'm not giving you attention, which, by the way, already that guy. If you are sitting in a car in one of those spots that you know is coveted, you have to be prepared that people are going to pull up and ask. That is...
hey, are you leaving?
That is... Don, I know you live in Jersey, but that is built in here. Like, that's happening. Like, if it's one of those spots.
Yeah, I look for parking, too.
Yeah, you know what it's like. You pull up, the guy, no. Okay, yeah. So the guy doesn't want to look at me. He eventually, I think I go with the full honk to get his attention.
Oh, wow.
And
you leaned on it.
Not a lean, just a hello.
Oh, okay.
He looks up, exacerbated already. Is that the right word? No, exasperated already.
That too.
Yeah, it almost exacerbated, but he was definitely exasperated, okay? And he looks up at me, and I give him the international sign for are you moving? Mm-hmm. And he tells me no, but he does it kind of weird. I don't back off because I sense there's something going on. I get him to roll down the window. I go, are you leaving anytime soon? He goes, 20 minutes. I said, all right. I look behind him. There's one car behind him, and then there's a 40-foot gap where there's a hydrant. I go, any chance I get the spot and you could just wait by the hydrant? He goes, what do I look like, an a-hole?
Oh, wow.
I went, sorry.
He went New York on you.
Literally gave me like I'm an extra in City Slickers, like a complete jabroni. I go, I look like an a-hole? I guess it's the opposite. I thought you looked like a nice enough person who would think, since I'm sitting in my car anyway, let me explain something to you. Hydrants are for waiting if you are just going to sit in your car. You sit by the hydrant. That's how this thing goes. You don't take a Monday, Thursday spot on a Tuesday. You don't. You don't. And you can tell me I'm not a New Yorker, and you can say everything you want. But I've been here 18 and a half years. I've been coming here my whole life, and I know I am factual. And Anthony Pusick, by God, will back me up as a borough man himself. Hydrants are for waiting, not legitimate spots. What say you?
Right now, everything's for waiting. People just leave their car in the middle of the street sometimes, and I find it fascinating.
What is wrong with you people?
But I told you, Peter, I think I've said this on this show. I know I've said it on my other shows. Hazard lights, when you put them on, you can get away with murder in this city.
It's crazy.
You pull over and you put on your no, it's all right. He's got his hazards on. What does that mean?
What does that mean?
What does that mean? You just you can't just put your hazards on and sit there and take up the whole road. Now nobody can get by you. It's seriously. It's like a man's throat was slashed. I saw the guy who did it.
Technically, it's legal though. But his hazards were on.
His hazards were on. All right. Well, if
let the slashing count.
If the suspects, that's what it is. It's like, well, suspects' hazard lights were on. So we did not press any charges.
Yeah, it's immediately no longer murder in the first degree. The hazards were on.
Have you ever noticed that, though?
No. Oh, yes, because I've done it myself, too. We've all used the hazards inappropriately.
The hazards thing is unbelievable.
When I drove away, though, I noticed. I did another lap around the block, and I noticed as I was pulling up the second time, he turned the hazards off. So he didn't realize. You said, what do I look like an a-hole? The answer is yes, sir, you do.
Yeah,
you had your hazards on. You're drawing attention to your car that you are going to leave soon.
Right. The hazards say this is a pause button. The hazard lights tell you I'm pausing. I'm not stopping fully. I'm not going to be here a while. That's what the hazards tell you.
And I got to tell you, you guys can tell me like I'm a complete mark and a yo-yo. If I'm in that spot where I know I'm going to be posted up for a while and someone asks me and I can tell they need the spot, assuming my spot's not impossible to get out of, what I would have done was told me to back up so I can block the street for him, and I would have just backed out and moved into the hydrant spot. That's what I would do to be courteous to other people. But you people are animals. Absolute wild animals. Don, are you with us?
Don, do you have anything after this? I mean, because we're just letting it out.
Sorry,
now.
we're going.
We're letting it all out now.
There's so many, because the parking stuff, especially where we park, not directly in front of our building, but on 6th Avenue.
Yeah.
For some reason, there's a delivery truck that always seems to be there. So you got the truck, and then there's a couple of spots outside the truck where they're unloading boxes. Now, they got a job to do, but I'm kind of curious. Are they paying for that spot? If they paid the $13.25 for 2 hours or the $5 for an hour, do what you want, right? Have an orgy in the spot. You pay for it.
Oh,
but I'm wondering, do those delivery trucks pay for the spot?
You're taking
if
up
not,
a spot.
Then why do they? I understand they got deliveries to make, but I got work to do. Are you allowed to take up 4 spots and then you don't have to pay a dime?
No,
because if that's the case, then I'll just. You know what I'll do? I'll park and I'll just unload a bunch of boxes outside my car and just claim I'm delivering something.
Well, no, but what you do is you can't. But no, you can do it, Don. The companies are getting tickets. The tickets are just included in the price of doing business. So these delivery.
That's what I was curious about.
Yeah, no, they do. So like you'll see every once in a while, you'll see a delivery truck. They get tickets stacked up, but it's built into what they do.
The only thing, and I might have brought this up before, and if I did, I apologize. But like before I left for my trip, I'm stopping at Dunkin' Donuts to get a coffee in the drive-thru.
Okay.
So it's busy. There's a lot of cars. But I don't know whether these people are morons or they don't know how to drive. They'll leave like a full car gap between themselves and the car in front of them.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm halfway between I can't place my order because I'm not in front of the microphone, because this guy won't drive up to the bumper of the guy in front of him. Why do you need that big of a gap? And it's not like, I wasn't paying attention. I was on my phone. I'm sorry. I'll move up. No, they had no intention of moving. They don't want to be that close to the car in front of them, not realizing that you're messing up the cars behind you. Because now I can't place my order. Maybe somebody else can't turn into the drive. But just drive up. I'm not saying you got to touch the bumper of the guy in front of you, but move up a couple of inches.
It's a miracle that we survive.
I just think that, honestly, it's probably always been this way. But whether it's post-COVID or whatever, there are people that like literally do not care about anything but themselves.
That's correct.
Their ounce of convenience is more important than your survival.
Yes.
They don't care. They're oblivious. They don't have any sense of decorum. They don't have any sense of awkwardness. If I were in that situation with the guy with the hazards, I probably would see you pull up and I'd drive away just because of the awkwardness of I wouldn't even want you to ask me. I'd be gone because I'd be so sensitive that I was taking up somebody's spot.
Well, because you know you were wrong.
Myself in front of somebody else. I would have saw him pull up and stop and I would have left.
Yeah. I know this sounds crazy. I'm just really polite. Like I know we got a break, but if someone comes up and is like, "Hey, are you leaving?" I'll go, "No, sorry, I'm not. I just got here." Or I'll say, "I'm leaving in about 2 minutes. If you can hang on 2 minutes." Yeah. And then you do run into people that are really polite like that. The other day, I was in a dire parking situation. I'd been looking for over an hour, pouring rain, about to lose it. I think I told you guys this. And as I'm about to walk into my building, I see a guy who just got a spot in front of my building. And as I'm walking up, I go, "Hey, dude, are you sticking around long?" He was like, "No, like 5 minutes." I said, "Is there any chance you could just hold that spot for me?" Complete stranger. Held the spot for me for 5 minutes. I ran and got my car and came back. So you do find kind people. But the amount of people who are terrible, it's just, listen, that's why we have that guy Thursday every week at this time, Donald.
You find nice people just like there are some that win the lottery.
That's exactly right, Don.
That kind of odds.
And speaking of winning the lottery, the DNR Couchcast is much like that. The draft is coming up on the 23rd of April. And guess what? New York's on the clock. Jets picking 2nd and 16. Giants picking 5. Rick and Dave breaking the whole thing down on our YouTube channel. You don't want to miss it. Live with them. It's all presented by Calandra's Bakery. More DHR on ESPN New York next.
St. John's has advanced to the Sweet 16 for the first time since 1999. Now, East Region top seed Duke stands in the Johnny's way for a trip to the Elite Eight. Coverage begins tomorrow at 6:50, only on 1050 ESPN.
Time to bench those other job sites and let ZipRecruiter help you build your championship roster. What's the advantage? Well, with ZipRecruiter, when you need to hire someone fast, you get them fast. But you also get the MVP for your team. Plus, ZipRecruiter doesn't make candidates wait to take the shot. It passes the ball right to them. Building your team or scouting fresh talent? ZipRecruiter runs the full court with powerful technology that immediately gets your job in front of the right players. That's why over 4.8 million businesses have come to ZipRecruiter for their hiring needs. And why 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within 1 day. ZipRecruiter makes hiring faster, smarter, and more efficient from post to hire before the competition can even cross half court. It's a slam dunk with ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. Try for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
New York Knicks fans, here's a total slam dunk. For a limited time, get Verizon Fios and a line of mobile for just $64.99 a month with AutoPay. Get Fios 300 megabit per second for $20 a month. And unlimited welcome for $45 a month plus taxes and fees when you bring your own phone. Visit a Verizon store today to learn more. For new Fios internet and mobile customers, discounts applied over 36 months. Mobile and home discount enrollment required. Additional terms apply. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds.
Progressive knows sports brings people together, but you gotta feel bad for people who don't even get it. Some people will never know what it's like to see their favorite team's hopes decided by a ping pong ball to draft the next superstar. Or not. I mean, sure, it's silly for your happiness to hinge on the success of a 20-year-old entry-level employee, but you just can't help yourself. The stress is exhilarating. Progressive can't bring people together like the draft, but we can bring your home and auto insurance together with a bundle. So switch and see if you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states or situations.
Empower. After wanting one for years, Kevin is finally enjoying his new hot tub.
This is the life.
He worked with Empower to help him get good at money, so now he can be a little bad.
Oh, no, not my phone.
Oh, Kevin. Kevin's phone may be in hot water, but his finances aren't. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Talk about stepping up. Bang! Bang! It's time to level up your game. Introducing the all-new ESPN app. All of ESPN, all in one place. Your home for the most live sports and the best championship moments.
The electricity is palpable.
Step up your game with no annual contract required. It's the ultimate fan experience. Level up for more on the ESPN app or at stream.espn.com. Sign up now.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
NBA fans don't just watch the game, they live it. So stream like you're courtside with NBA League Pass. Your ticket to all the action. Watch your favorite team shine and catch the league's brightest stars and rising stars at the same time with multi-view on your favorite devices. From the plays you can't believe to the most live games and the drama that comes with it. If it happens on the court, it's happening on NBA League Pass.
Only select out-of-market games available. Blackout restrictions apply. Additional charges and other conditions may apply. Visit NBA.com/subscriber agreement for full terms and conditions.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNNewYorkContests.com.
That's ESPNNewYorkContests.com.
This is the Michael K. Show.
What have we become as fans? What have we become as an industry? That we're going to lock in on Aaron Judge having a bad opening day, and that's going to be the narrative? If this is the sandbox we play in right now, I don't want to play in the sandbox. I'm not going to be somebody who overreacts to nonsense like this. If Aaron Judge deserves to be ripped, I'll rip him. But you're going to rip a guy and create a continuing narrative that he doesn't come through in big situations. For what? Because he was 0 for 5 on opening night?
The Michael K. Show. Weekdays at 1 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Hey, Donnie, did you see this quote from Tom Brady?
I did not.
Okay, so Tom Brady did an interview with CNBC. And he said, because, again, he looked pretty good moving around and stuff in that flag football game. Physically looks great. And so he's asked because of, we see a lot of over 40 quarterbacks in the NFL. Joe Flacco just signed with Cincinnati. He'll be 41 this year. And so there was a question, did you ever think about coming back? And he said, I actually have inquired, and they don't like that idea very much. So I'm going to leave it at that. We explored a lot of different things, and I'm very happily retired. Let me say that too. So at first you're like, wait, Brady wanted to come back and play? But he couldn't because he's an owner. So he would have had to give up ownership of the Raiders to play because that's a salary cap circumvention kind of thing. But is there a part of you, though, that wishes, as much as that rule has to be there, because otherwise teams would do silly things like giving ownership stakes to players just to get them to sign and have more value to a contract that you couldn't put under the cap. But there's also something that would be kind of cool about, like, Brady saying, you know what, I want to play, so we don't need to draft a quarterback. I'm the quarterback of the Raiders.
Well, see, I need more information.
It'd be kind of cool.
I was thinking, let's say catastrophic things happen to their quarterback situation, and you needed a quarterback. The Raiders needed a quarterback.
Okay.
Why would it be a circumvention of the cap if he signed a contract and the money that he made from the Raiders fit in the cap? Like, no, you just can't walk on the field and be a quarterback of the Raiders because you own the team. That would be a circumvention of the cap. But what if you were able to sign a contract and that money fit in the cap? But yeah, you're being paid. You're not being paid by the Raiders.
Yeah, but you're still an owner, right? So you still have the benefit of being an owner, a share of the team, and whatever the revenue that comes with it and all that stuff, and the value of that ownership. So, for instance, who's to say that Matt Stafford says, I'm retiring this year? And then, Woody Johnson says, Matt Stafford's coming in as a 5% owner of the Jets. We're bringing him in. He wants to own a team. We want to bring him in and be part of the ownership, right? And then in, like, the fall or whatever it is, August, Matt Stafford wants to play quarterback again, so we're going to let him play for us. And now, while you're still paying him a salary that fits in your cap, he has ownership of the team, though. There's a value to that.
Yeah, but I think is there a
You'd have to give back the ownership to be a player again.
I guess, but what I was kind of curious about was he inquiring about going to play for the Colts?
Yeah,
and they said, no, you can't do that. You own the Raiders.
Right, because Phillip Rivers, right, yeah.
Right, because I was just wondering, like, the Raiders, were they in a need of a quarterback? They were losing. They didn't care if they won games or not.
No.
The Colts were trying to make the play. I'm wondering, was he inquiring about
Was he thinking about opportunities elsewhere? Yeah.
Because that I could see the impropriety there. You own a team that you're playing for another team. But wonder, like,
you don't already see impropriety in the fact that he's calling games while owning a team as a broadcaster. There's also something there.
I think there's impropriety if he calls a game that involves the Raiders.
Yes,
but I also think what about if he calls a game that it's involving the Chargers, the Chiefs, or the Broncos within the division? Or there is a little impropriety to that.
Yeah,
but like what we're talking about is basically one of the themes of Heaven Can Wait. Because that's what it was, right? He bought the team so that he could be the quarterback of the Rams, right?
Right.
But how cool would that be if Tom Brady wanted to play for the Raiders? If all of a sudden 3 quarterbacks got hurt, they didn't have a quarterback, and he wanted. If I'm Roger Goodell, I'm not stopping that. I'd want to see that happen.
Yeah.
But I understand how awkward it is to you on the team, but it's not like that. You're what you make from the Raiders is to be the owner. But if you want to be a player, like I understand not giving a piece of the team to a player you're trying to sign as a free agent or give a contract to, that seems like you're breaking the rules. But if you already own the team and you want to play, I think that'd be a pretty cool story. And I'd try to find a way to make it work.
Yeah. No, he'd have to divest ownership. Again, that's a league rule. And it's a league rule, once again, because there's always ways you can finagle it so that you can pay a player more than anybody else can by giving them ownership, even if that play. Like, I think maybe the rule could be you have to be out of the league for X amount of years and be an owner for X amount of years before you could then say, you know what, I want to play. Because it would have been kind of cool to see it, but it's such a rare case that I don't think it's that big of a deal to like start arguing it, you know? But it's an interesting thing that he wanted to do it, and the league said, no, you can't. And like, don't bother, don't do this. It's not worth it.
I'm trying to remember, was there a game last year or was there a moment where the Raiders needed a quarterback? But I'd like to find out a little bit more, like, was he angling to go play for the Colts?
There's no way he would have done that, not as an owner. He wouldn't have done the Colts thing. I think it was. I think it had to be the Raiders.
I don't think he gets it.
Yeah, that's a good point.
All right, we have a huge,
still funny though.
You don't know.
No, it's huge.
Hello.
That's right. Trust me.
You got to listen to know if it is or not, and then you tell us at the end of the hour. That's what I think.
James. That's right, LaDon James. A lot happening in Drop Madness. We'll get some updates there. We'll talk to you guys at 1-800-919-3776. ENN at 6. It's Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg on ESPN New York.
There's a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. Lease a new 2026 Mazda CX-50 Hybrid Preferred with all-wheel drive for $259 for 36 months. Or buy with 1.9% APR for 36 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for lease details. VIN TN142673. MSRP $37,300. Zero security deposit. 1.9% APR for $28.60 a month per $1,000 financed. Ends 3/31/26.
Now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Thanks so much, guys. Mets home opener just wrapped up not too long ago over at Citi Field. Just bumper to bumper on the Whitestone Expressway northbound, heading over to the Bronx-bound Whitestone Bridge. Delays go back onto the Van Wyck from the LIE. No relief on the Grand Central westbound, trying to leave Queens over at the Triborough Bridge. Still have this big crash right before the span involving a bunch of cars. Left lane is out. You're solid there from Northern Boulevard. Not an easy ride on the West Side Highway northbound, heading over to the outbound George. Broken down car in the 120's been out there for a bit. Delays from the 79th Street Boat Basin. Inbound George about 15 to 20 for the upper deck. Outbound Lincoln Orania 30 to 40. Outbound Holland 20 to 25. This report is sponsored by the New York City Department of Transportation. Speeding ruins lives. Drivers, watch out for pedestrians and cyclists and slow your turns to less than 5 miles an hour. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
Life is motion, but for Jaime, debilitating pain in both hips brought everything, including family time, to a halt.
Every doctor told me the same thing. They would do one hip at a time.
At White Plains Hospital, Dr. Jacob Totka's unique expertise provided an alternate approach by replacing both of Jaime's hips on the same day.
In just 2 hours, I got 2 new hips, and I went home that day.
White Plains Hospital, among the best hospitals anywhere that just so happens to be here. A member of the Montefiore Health System.
This is a special notice to U.S. taxpayers owing $10,000 or more to the IRS. Tax Relief Advocates is urgently notifying taxpayers that tax relief initiatives are now available that may significantly reduce or eliminate what you owe. If you're afraid of an IRS lien, levy, or wage garnishment, don't lose hope. You can now take advantage of these current relief programs to end all collections, reduce the amount you owe, and resolve your tax problem. Even if you have years of unfiled tax returns or are already in a payment plan, you may still qualify for significant relief. Struggling taxpayers can now get relief they need during these hard economic times. A hotline has been established by Tax Relief Advocates for you to call and see what you qualify for. They are A+ rated with the BBB and have over 1,000 5-star reviews. Don't wait. Call 800-575-9087. 800-575-9087. That's 800-575-9087. Or simply visit tra.com.
880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station.
Oh, yeah, baby. Game time. Brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey because it's game time. I like that. It's totally time. Let's see what you have here, folks. Knicks and the Hornies. That's happening on Hornets.
Oh.
Like they call them the Hornies.
No, they don't.
I don't think they do.
Knicks and the Hornets coverage right here on 880 at 6:30. The Islanders hosting the Minnesota North Stars at 7 o'clock.
I think they're...
Really? The Dallas Stars.
I don't know. I just saw an interview with Mike Modano, and he was saying he got drafted to the North Stars.
No. You're watching the Mighty Ducks.
The Devils take on the Preds of Nashville.
True. I can confirm.
Who's the best player in Predator history, Don?
Great question.
Woo!
Come on.
Pecorine.
Yes.
There we go.
There's a statue of him outside the building.
Well, I guess they know that. Yeah, then I guess that's the answer.
Have you ever seen the SNL skit when they use Nashville Predators and they just keep using the nickname in the most awkward, worst ways possible?
The Preds are, and the Devils at 8 o'clock. Donnie on the call and coverage of the Diamondbacks Dodgers. That is what you dream about. 10:50, 8 o'clock. Fan. Yeah, or a Diamondback fan.
No.
Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cast matured Irish whiskey. Grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. It's official
that the Islanders are playing the Stars.
Yes.
That part is official.
Can confirm.
No, it's the Dallas Stars, sure.
Yes.
Sure. Now, the Mets just won a ball game, and we have
11-7.
a little bit of the call here from our good friend Howie Rose, right on our 880 airwaves. Are we getting back on there at some point?
No.
Whenever post game is done.
Whenever the big post game wraps. All right, here's the call from 880.
The 0-1. Swing on a fly ball, hit to center, right at Cruz, backing up. It's over his head and goes to the wall. In comes Soto. Polanco right behind him. Behind him is Robert. They all score as Robert scores standing and going to third with a 3-run triple is Brett Beatty, and the Mets have a 4-2 lead. This has been a near perfectly executed offensive first inning for the New York Mets with their new philosophy and new talent against the reigning Cy Young Award winner in the National League, Paul Skeens. 4 runs in, 3-run triple for Beatty, 4-2 New York.
How you like that?
What he means by the new philosophy is working counts, fouling pitches off, making starting pitchers work, and that seems to be the new philosophy, and it definitely paid off today.
And hit it to Cruz.
Yeah, which is not an error, but it's an error, right?
Just totally misplayed, miss everything, disaster of a play. And it worked out great for the Mets. Now, of course, they didn't win 2-0, right? So obviously the offense was incredible. But, man, that was for a first inning, that was tough to watch. If you're Skeens, right, you turn around like, yeah, I can't wait to get out of here.
Mets walked 9 times today, by the way, in case you're wondering.
That's working the count.
9. Here's another great call from the great Howie Rose.
First pitch, Benge hits it in the air to right field, fairly deep. O'Hearn back at the wall, and it's gone! He hit it off the canopy in the right field bullpen. Carson Benge makes his first major league hit, a home run! Congratulations to Carson Benge as he gets an enthusiastic pat on the back from third base coach Tim Leeper, an aggressive fist bump from Francisco Alvarez, and they're waiting to congratulate the kid in the Mets dugout. Carson Benge, his first major league knock and homer, and the Mets take a 10-5 lead.
That's a hell of a way to get a debut, right?
Absolutely. Now,
first hit.
And speaking of that debut, the manager Carlos Mendoza spoke on Benge's debut.
Yeah, the personality, who he is super consistent. He's 0-for-2 with a couple of strikeouts, and he still feels pretty good about his chances. He controls the strike zone, he walks. There's a couple of walks there, and then he gets a pitcher that he can do damage and goes to the pull side like that. Yeah, I'm not surprised by it because of the personality there. Opening day, first big league game for him, pack house, and he just goes out there and plays his game. So
that's why he's on the team. That's why he's in the show, Don.
Yeah, and a couple of runs scored, hits the home run. I thought Beatty had a great game, playing DH all offseason, wondering is there a place for him, right? They go out and they get a third baseman in Bichette. Is he going to move to first base? Is he going to get traded? And he goes out there, has a 3-hit day.
Yeah.
Bichette, not great, 0-for-4 with 3 strikeouts, but he did have an RBI. Robert went 2-for-4 in his debut. Polanco went 1-for-3 with an RBI in his debut. So Simeon had a 2-for-5 with an RBI as well. So with the exception of Bichette, all the new guys contributed. it was a great opening day. And another important guy is Alvarez, right? Keeping him healthy.
Yes.
He went 2 for 4 with an RBI. So, and 9 walks, as Peter said. So just a complete offensive effort. Defensive, or at least pitching-wise, Peralta, not great, just 5 innings, and the bullpen ended up giving him 3 additional runs. But again, they were never really, the game was never really in doubt. Once they opened it up 7-4, 8-4, 9-4, that's when some of the runs started to happen. So good opening day for both the locals. Tons of runs. Both 1-0. Let's go.
We love that. It's fun. Offense is fun.
It does make the baseball more fun, doesn't it? When you hit the ball and the runs, the scoring.
Now,
but
isn't it typical early in a season where the pitching isn't? Is it the hitting that's not there yet, or the pitching that's not there yet? I always forget this time of year. What's the thing that we normally see at the start of the baseball season? A lot of offense that slows down, or is it the pitching is ahead of the offense, and then eventually that picks up?
Well, last year, you remember last year the
torpedo.
The Yankees were cheating with the bats last year, so they were on fire. Talk about a moment in time.
Cheating.
I mean, what a huge story that was for 5 seconds.
Right, for 3 days.
There's the overreaction, and this is a positive, I guess, that both teams won. I mean, it's just one of 162. But like listening to Michael's promo that played during the commercial break, and I saw a little bit of on social media. I mean, people really still killing Judge. I mean, come on, you won 7-0. All right, it wasn't great. 4 strikeouts. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, but I mean, is that what it's just basically going to be? Like judging him every single day.
See what you did.
And I know that's what we do in New York. I get it. But if they had lost 7-0, I can understand you're getting on Judge going 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts. But I'm looking at it as a good thing. You scored 7 runs without,
I agree.
Kong getting a hit.
And tonight he could go 4 for 4 with 4 home runs for all you know. Like you just like that's how great he is.
Right, and lose the game 11-9.
It's always like the most recent thing, right? And so because bad last game of the WBC and then bad opening night game, and so conversation about guy who's considered one of the best, if not the best player in the game, this is what we do. And I have seen shows have topic questions such as, is Aaron Judge overrated? Is Aaron Judge washed up? Like these are things that people have been kicking around. So we can all say, like, people can't still be doing this. Yeah, they are. It's stupid. Of course it's stupid. But they're doing it because of who he is. Like, come on, it's a 3-time MVP. He's going to get the weight of expectations. It's just how it's going to go. Plus, he's also a Yankee playing in New York, and everybody hates that. So you're going to get a lot of negative national attention. He got booed. Walked up to the plate last night. I heard the boos. That's his hometown.
But I get that because he's the enemy, and what happened. Listen,
Come on.
I get around if everybody's going to give a
not
standing
every
ovation
Yankee
to
got
Jack
booed.
Hughes. No, but if everybody's going to give a standing ovation to Jack Hughes for scoring the golden goal,
yeah.
If this World Baseball Classic means something, I can understand people in San Francisco booing Judge for going 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts and costing the USA a World Baseball Classic gold medal. So I get that, but also you're being used, people. And again, I'm not going to get on Michael for it, Peter. Okay. But all right, so people are going to use Judge, who's the biggest star in the game, to kind of create clicks and create attention by making is he done? Is he cooked? Is it dude, ignore that, because if that's a topic of conversation, you don't know baseball, you don't know Aaron Judge, you don't know Jack. So why am I breathing air into just people that are just looking for attention by coming up with these dumb subjects? If he's batting 99 in May or June, then we can have that conversation. But
guys,
I guess, what is he, 0 for 8 with 7 strikeouts in his last 2 games, counting the World Baseball Classic in Game 1? Oh my God, he's done.
Guys, he also, there may be some extra booze because of the whole spurning San Francisco.
I mean, come on.
It's arson Judge to you and me.
Come on.
I mean, that is a thing people do.
Are you really booing him?
People do that.
The Calgary Flames still blew Adam Fox.
Yeah, I mean, people do that.
No, but I don't. But I've never minded.
Did you really think he was
opposition
leaving?
booing.
He was never leaving the Yankees.
But whatever, they want to boo him. Boom, that's great. Boo the opposition. That's what you're supposed to do. But having debates on that he's done.
I know.
Ripping him for going 0 for 4 with 4 straight. Yeah, it's embarrassing. Golden sombrero. You don't want to see it. I get it. But
man.
I don't doubt that those things exist, but please don't allow yourself to be used. It's not logical people debating on whether he's done is not a logical conversation I want to breathe life into.
We are in lockstep in that regard. That's a crazy. A guy like Aaron Judge, the amount of time that you need him to perform badly before you could have reasonable concerns, it's a long time. I'll tell you what, it's not one bad game. Now it's always ugly. 4 strikeouts. It's never what you're looking for sure.
No,
but people are nutty.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go to our friend Spike in St. Pete. Hey, Spike.
Hey, boys, thanks a lot for everything. You're keeping me really focused. Now, Alan, Peter, Don, I've seen some troubling things in the league I love the most, and I want to relate it to the game I watched last night. Oklahoma City did some funky things last night, Alan. I didn't like the way they attempted to win that game. I'm not casting aspersions. I thought Tatum's offense has been fine. His shot's a little off. He's a little hesitant on defense to test it, and I understand it, and he's crashing into the Browns team. But this league, as much as I love basketball, and very few love it, a lot of people don't like the new game. I can't stand the three-point shot. Give me curls, pin downs, ball screens. I like it. But I got what I have. My team looks really good at the center position. Cat's been the best player I've ever seen him play since he's been a Knick in the last 6 weeks. Brunson looked rested. They're beating him up. And I'll tell you 2 things. Atlanta is on a heater, but watch Charlotte. They have 2 with Boston and 2 with the Knicks. And Charles Lee, you know who that is, Peter. He's the Hornets coach. He was the number 1 guy net. Right. That's it. And I thought Missoula was this goofy, crazy guy, but what Missoula did is short of a miracle. But I only fear the Celtics now because I watched the Pistons. They don't have the secondary scoring. Durant blew the game last night. And I just think I got to get Shamet back because I noticed this too, Alan. I'm talking shop here a little bit with you over the top. If he's not squared up, he shouldn't shoot. You know what I mean? And that's been his problem. I know his knee is balking. But bottom line is, I can't wait for this. I think the Knicks have as good a chance to come out of the East as anybody. But these teams are going to beat the crap out of Brunson. And give me the 10. If Charlotte plays Boston and the Knicks and they go 3-1, and they're going to get into that top 6, they're going to be a bear because they picked up Kobe White. What a gift getting Kobe White.
Yes. Very nice.
Believe what? Chicago's tanking too. You can't even make a bet. You can't even lay 20-1 and bet Washington and Indiana. You can't. Bookies won't even take it. It's a joke what they're doing. They've lost at 3-40 or something. These teams. It's disgusting.
Yeah, they're fighting. They're fighting over who loses more. Yeah, it's crazy.
I think next year Van Gundy's going to wind up coaching Orlando. Not Stan, but Jeff.
Wow.
They're not
I
right.
think Mosley's
They're
done a
not
nice
right,
job there. They just keep getting hurt.
That's too bad.
The job I'm watching Toronto, Spike. I'm going to see if they make a change there because they've got a lot of talent. They're not organized. They need to get somebody in there, a veteran coach. I wonder who'd take that job.
Is Jeff ever going to coach again?
I don't. You could see he's with the Clippers. He's up. He's coaching. He's got a lot of passion and something. He runs their defense. I mean, at this point in his life, does he really want to do it? He's waited so long. I think he might just be happy where he is rather than, all that. I don't know. I don't know him well enough to know, but he's had opportunities come his way, and he has not really shown an interest in doing that as much as what he's doing right now, which I think he enjoys it.
I don't see it. I every time we have the Jeff conversation,
I know
it always feels like
it's Tibbs that I'm wondering, like who's going to bring him in, because there are some bad teams that need to be fixed, and that's what he does. He does it well. He just seems to be that guy. He just gets you right. So I wonder where Tibbs will end up. I know he
play. Give me Dirty Work by Steely Dan. That's Tibbs. You know what I mean? He's there for you. He's not your forever man.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's just coming in there to get things right. You know what I'm saying? Get you feeling good again. Help you find. He's like Dexter St. Jock walking down the beach. You know what I mean? What you crying, but? That's Tibbs. Finds you. You're all sad, waiting to exhale vibes.
Clean you up.
Yeah. Get you in the mood again. And then when you're ready to find real love, guess what? You move on. It's the sad part. And he just goes back down to the beach to look for the next damsel in distress.
I love the song reference, though. That's a good one.
Oh, thank you very much.
Well, it's right after the movie that Peter's pretending to like.
Oh boy!
I can't believe you think I'm faking this. I can't. You're gonna run into someone else who likes the film. It has to happen. I promise you. Did you watch Monica's movie yet, Don?
No. When would I have done that?
Oh, last night.
He was out carousing last night.
Oh yeah,
Don't
forgot.
tell Nancy.
I forgot.
I had a game on Netflix to watch.
Yeah, you had to watch the Bert Kreischer show. I mean the game.
But I'm gonna probably. I wish you had told me Dallas to Nashville. That was a good 2 hours. I'll try to pop it on tonight after when we fly to Raleigh.
That's a short flight.
Yeah,
Pretty short flight, isn't it? Yeah.
So this is your last true road trip, right?
Yes.
There are a couple of one-offs.
Road games in Detroit, Boston, but those are like
it's there and
one
back.
Done.
Yeah, you can fly home after the game.
So as you wrap up this last true road trip of your debut season as the voice of the team,
the voice of the Devil.
That's right. How have you enjoyed the road trips? Have they been fun?
You like running with the Devils?
Yeah. Yeah, they're it's a lot of fun. The organization and the crew, a lot of fun to hang around with. Great restaurants, great conversation. The great thing about it, it's not all hockey. Like there's other things to talk about and discuss, and cities have been really. It's great to just be a part. Even there's a couple of games we didn't do because of national television, so I didn't get to go to Chicago this year or Vegas, but still the trips have been terrific. Even this one, like Dallas, Nashville, Raleigh, doesn't sound sexy, but it was. It was fun. It's a good time. Nashville's terrific. And It's not that far, man. And good news, I met a bunch of people that did take planes and said they didn't have any issues. So maybe we are getting better on that front,
hopefully.
Well, this is interesting stuff. I just went and checked the scores. We have an hour left in Drop Madness. Okay,
how we doing? Okay.
So take it all off. You know how Richard gets down. Is doing what it does. It's dominating in a way that you would expect.
Take it off. Take it all off.
Yeah, Stephen in Melville at his poop is in trouble. You Suck Pusick is rolling right now.
You suck, Pusick.
Over Don's.
Say his name.
Now licking the TV like it's ice cream, it's just getting its ass handed to it.
I'll be licking the television screen. Licking it like it's ice cream.
Getting crushed.
She got the job, you ass.
Well, that's the drop to me.
Yeah, no, it's what makes that drop its best thing is ya ass. Like no one says, just no one like calling someone an ass after ya. It just doesn't work. Even like somehow he made something that doesn't work. But again, this is where I think there's going to be some controversy, in my opinion. It's very going to be interesting. Marco's Satan Johns is up 11 on Ben Stiller.
We're getting a lot of callers that are very confident. Ben Judicus was on. He's a little nervous. Jadakiss.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I would be Judicus.
I'm Judicus.
An 11 point. Alan, did you expect this sort of domination from the young Marco LaGreca team in this matchup?
Well, we don't know. Is Dad's foot on the scale?
No,
that's what I want to know.
Take a look.
You never know.
I am not. I laid out. I laid out.
Yeah, but you already made it clear the other day that for anyone out there who loves the show, anyone who votes against the children of the show hates children. You've laid down the gauntlet.
No. I did not. No, I asked the question.
Yeah, you just asked the question. Do you hate children? Right. Do you hate the children?
Do we hate children is what I asked.
I
said we. including us, right? Like it was just listen. I didn't have anything to do with that.
So that's what's happening right now. The votes are a little low today. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm a little disappointed, borderline disgusted. So if you're listening to the program, you need to get on the Twitter, DHR on ESPN, and vote right now before Drop Madness is up in 1 hour at the end of ENN, which starts, of course, right here at 6 o'clock. All right? Also, ESPN New York's teaming up with Calandra's Bakery to give away a pair of tickets to see the Knicks take on the Charlotte Hornets on Sunday, April 12th. You already said earlier that is the nickname for the team, and you're proud of it. It's easy to enter. That's what she said. Just stop by Calandra's Bakery.
Oh, wow. Okay.
This is quite the promo we've got going.
This feels like a Friday on a Thursday.
I'd like to meet this woman.
You know how,
I bet you would.
You know how I feel about Calandra's. It gets me going. We got the beautiful Mets and Yankee cookies out there, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Who
Put them in
ate
the fridge.
the cookies? They're not.
Get them away from the cake.
Here's
Somebody get them away from the cake.
The problem is they're not really fridge cookies. They're those cakey cookies with icing.
The black and white cookies, but the colors are Mets and Yankees.
You can put those in the fridge, though. They'll keep till Monday.
Till Monday? You think so?
I think so.
Alan's hoping that they last till Monday.
I think Monday we have ourselves some Mets cookies.
Now, and here's the beautiful part. If you're not a Mets man like Alan, guess what? It's a Knicks cookie.
Come on. All you got to do is scrape off the name.
No, you don't, because they're just colors.
That's it?
Yeah.
Then to me, those are Knicks cookies.
Those are
Islander cookies.
Those are Islander cookies if you want. That's right. Just make sure you head over to Calandra's, 234 Bloomfield Ave in Caldwell before April 7th to enter in person. I always prefer entering in person. Brought to you by Calandra's Bakery in Caldwell, home of fresh bread, classic Italian pastries, and traditions baked daily. Your calls, ENN coming up, DHR and ESPN New York.
St. John's has advanced to the Sweet 16 for the first time since 1999. Now, East Region top seed Duke stands in the Johnny's way for a trip to the Elite Eight. Coverage begins tomorrow at 6:50, only on 1050 ESPN.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Every 40 seconds, a child is reported missing. Find the Children is a nonprofit organization dedicated to helping find missing kids. You can be a part of their mission by donating your unwanted car. Call 1-800-294-0222. You'll receive the maximum tax deduction, and we provide fast, free pickup. Call 1-800-294-0222. Donate your unwanted or unused car. Call 1-800-294-0222. This advertisement was paid for in partnership with Cars R Us and Find the Children.
Right now, new FanDuel customers get up to $300 back in bonus bets every day for 10 days. Here's how it works. Place a tournament bet using the token, and if it doesn't win, you'll get up to $300 back in bonus bets every single day for 10 straight days. You can even mix things up with same-game parlays for a shot at bigger payouts. So visit FanDuel.com/local to sign up today. Right now, new FanDuel customers get up to $300 back in bonus bets every day for 10 days. Here's how it works. Place a tournament bet using the token, and if it doesn't win, you'll get up to $300 back in bonus bets every single day for 10 straight days. You can even mix things up with same-game parlays for a shot at bigger payouts. 21 and over in physically present New York. Bonus bets are non-withdrawable. It expires 7 days after receipt. Tokens are received in increments of 1 per day. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 877-8-OPEN-Y or text OPEN-Y 467-369.
Listen, I know the mentality. You try to play through pain and walk it off. Push through one more day. But when it comes to neck pain, back pain, sciatica, or nerve pain, that's a losing game. That's when you call Dr. J. Shaw at Sandwell Pain. Dr. Shaw is one of New Jersey's top pain specialists, Ivy League trained, double board certified, and he focuses on non-surgical solutions that get real results. No cuts, no downtime, no dependence on pain meds. He builds you a custom game plan for you so that you can move better, feel better, and live pain-free. Same day or next day appointments are available. Visit SandwellPain.com. Stop managing pain. Start beating it.
Calling all Paw Patrol pups. Join Optimum and Nickelodeon on March 28th from noon to 3 p.m. at the Co-op City Dreiser Community Center to meet Chase and Marshall and enjoy activities, giveaways, and more.
This is the Michael K. Show.
What have we become as fans? What have we become as an industry? That we're going to lock in on Aaron Judge having a bad opening day, and that's going to be the narrative? If this is the sandbox we play in right now, I don't want to play in the sandbox. I'm not going to be somebody who overreacts to nonsense like this. If Aaron Judge deserves to be ripped, I'll rip him. But you're going to rip a guy and create a continuing narrative that he doesn't come through in big situations. For what? Because he was 0 for 5 on opening night?
The Michael K. Show. Weekdays at 1 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Presented by Robinhood.
He crosses, spins, pulls up.
With Robinhood Prediction Markets, buy or sell your predictions all game long. No house odds, just you versus the market. Put your sports IQ to work. Trade every shot, block, steal, run, and moment that shifts the game. With Robinhood Prediction Markets, trade every play. Visit Robinhood.com/predict to start trading. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
Now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Thanks, guys. Just a packed ride trying to make your way through Queens. Lots of extra company from the Mets home opener this afternoon. Bumper to bumper on the Whitestone Expressway northbound. Approaching the Bronx-bound Whitestone Bridge. Delays go back onto the Van Wyck. Finally cleaned up that crash on the Grand Central westbound right before the Triborough. Damage is done. You're still not moving much there from Northern Boulevard and City Field. Not an easy ride in the Bronx. Harlem River Drive southbound shut down with an accident investigation by the Madison Avenue Bridge. Traffic is stopped there from the Cross Bronx. Inbound Georgia, about 20 to 34, the upper deck. Lower level, about a 15 to 20-minute ride. Best of it's the outbound side, southbound Deegan and Henry Hudson. Outbound Lincoln and Holland tunnels, at least a half hour each. This report is sponsored by Text Now. Some people still pay $100 a month for phone service. Text Now gives you 5G without the 5-figure commitment. Try Text Now today. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Talk about stepping up. Bang! It's time to level up your game. Introducing the all-new ESPN app. All of ESPN, all in one place. Your home for the most live sports and the best championship moments. The electricity is palpable. Step up your game with no annual contract required. It's the ultimate fan experience. Level up for more on the ESPN app or at stream.espn.com. Sign up now.
There you go.
I can't talk yet, Jacob. We gotta just let it start again. It's rules be damned.
It is a great song.
You're afraid to pay the fee, so you find yourself somebody who can do the job
for free. Oh, man.
This tells a story, doesn't it?
Oh, it really does.
He's like, yeah, I know what I am.
And it's funny.
Right. I'm not Mr. Right. I'm Mr. Right now.
Yeah. Oh, I'll be around.
Come on now.
I'm a fool to do your dirty work. The thing is, it's one of those songs that when you listen to the lyrics, it really makes you like a little bit sad. But most of the time when I listen to it, I don't think about the lyrics. You just think about the sweet sounds of the song.
All right.
But when you listen to it, you go, man.
Who hasn't been
not great, Bob?
Who hasn't been that guy at least one time? You knew you were that guy.
I mean, it's in some ways
like
it's great
you knew
to be
what you were, and you're like, hey, whatever.
Sometimes it's great to be that guy. Sometimes not so. But then eventually, guess what? Not so great.
Not so great.
No. Usually that's how it goes.
Well, it's sad. It because you know.
It's all sad. It's not great.
You know what you are, but you're still like.
Peter and I were just that guy.
What?
Those guys.
I'm sorry.
We were just picking at
doing that dirty work.
picking at the Yankees and Mets.
we were just in what's supposed to be my great gearing up for WrestleMania diet period. There's just scraps of sweets sitting on the counter, and I ended up just tasting the I had yet to taste the Yankee cake. Oh wait, which cake did I just taste?
No, you like the Met cake.
I tasted the Met cake, and the Met cake's better. By the way, bad news on your cake cookies. Yeah. They're not lasting till tomorrow.
Come on.
No.
Well, if we put them in the fridge, I was told.
No, I'm telling you,
anything in the fridge can't be touched. That's what I was told.
No, it's not that. It's just that the style of cookie, they're just already turning from sitting out too long. Like they're just getting a little hard. It's not right, you know. But I really do think, like one of the. I don't know how much you guys paid attention to the big deadline announcement a couple of weeks ago about the TV show that I've created that's in development at Hulu. But I
did see that. I know what the best picture I've ever seen of you.
Really?
Yeah, I thought it was terrific.
Oh, thank you.
That must have been taken here.
No, it was not.
Oh.
I don't like what you've done.
What?
It was taken by the good still photo department at WWE, but thank you very much. But, the show that I'm working on is about a sort of miserable former yacht rocker who's disgusted. He will the lead character of this show would try to fist fight you for calling it yacht rock. He's disgusted by the terminology. And
I love it.
And the reason I find the term to be like kind of gross is because it really implies it's a genre that's like silly. And it's not. It's not like Dirty Work is not a silly song. That's a great record.
Like it's almost like bubblegum pop, right? Like
but worse. It's like a goof. It's a goof. It's like the whole thing's a goof.
Right. But that's like when you call something bubblegum pop, it's unserious music that is not really meant, has no depth. So when you call it yacht rock, it almost sounds
Same thing.
like it's like on the background. We really don't listen to it.
No, we're being silly, and when we're drunk, we play it.
Yeah,
but it's silly,
goofy stuff.
And it's like, and
you realize that it's
Sarah
actually
Smile by Hall & Oates is not that.
No, but a lot of the music though is brilliantly written and composed. Like a lot of it is. That's why it holds up and why it's sampled as much as it's done. Because
I'm trying to think of what's
brilliant.
what do you guys think is like the cheesiest? Like where you think the term yacht rock is actually apropos because it's like goofy.
Well,
Maneater.
Is Maneater
Whoa,
really?
Here she goes.
Yeah, but that's a pop song. That's not a. I wouldn't call that.
Yeah,
yacht
but
rock.
it's
even though it's Hall & Oates.
Yeah, but
not everything they made was.
I know, but I feel like it's still getting played in the mix. I think that's still getting in the.
Wow, that's
yacht rock
great.
mix.
I got to think about it because it is a great question.
Because the name of the genre is such a goof, but it's hard for me to think of the songs that I think of being super goofy. I mean, Heart to Heart by Kenny Loggins. That's not cheeseball. It's a soul record.
No.
But yeah,
I can't go for that by Hall & Oates. That's definitely in there, and that's a great record.
Come on, yeah, no.
I'm
looking right now at the playlist, my playlist. I'm finding the one that I know is like the one that if it's playing and people are around, I might skip.
Yeah, Well, yeah. Do you see one?
Haven't yet.
Like What a Fool Believes is an amazing song. It's not silly.
I mean, how about The Moonlight Feels Right by Starbuck? That's kind of.
I don't remember
goofy.
this. I don't remember Starbuck.
Oh, because it's got the xylophone.
Yeah,
like you read about.
Yeah, like it's the one. No, seriously. I always said this when I heard that song. I'm like, how many rock songs have a xylophone, like a riff? It's the guy shredding on a xylophone.
Jacob, we need Starbuck.
The xylophone solo. I think we can play it. It's not long.
I wish like
it's fantastic.
Like it really is when Will did the triangle cowbell. I mean,
yeah,
like it's akin to the cowbell.
It was a
it's
risk
like
then,
I think we need 70s. A xylophone solo in this right here.
That's find it, Jacob. I mean, Peter has never heard it before. I'm sure he has.
Maybe I have. I don't know Starbuck.
Yeah.
Moonlight.
Yeah.
Feels right.
It's got a lot of crazy references in it too, like.
But the xylophone is there. You go. But you gotta get to the xylophone.
You gotta get to the xylophone solo.
It's late in the song, so put it in cue. Listen
like the
to
first
it like a
line The wind blew some luck in my direction. It's goofy.
You never heard this song, Peter? No,
Here it comes. Oh, no.
I got a fever, and the only prescription is more xylophone. Here we go. Ready? Oh,
No,
come on, man.
He's too late. He's too late in the
you
song
missed
now.
it. You got to go back.
Come on.
I got to tell you, but this song
Now it's important because the audience
I
is
don't
like,
care.
I got to hear this.
Right now, go. We're there. We're close.
No.
It's falling apart. It's
not falling apart because you know what? If it does fall apart, the xylophone will build it back up.
Well,
there it is.
Okay. Yeah.
Listen to this. This guy's rocking.
It's not. That's not even all of it.
No, and
But
by the way,
right.
that literally sounds like okay. Enough.
No. Lay it. Groove it.
Come on. You got to feel this.
Thank you. That's Anthony.
No, that's the best thing you're going to hear today. That's the best thing you're going to hear today.
No, that's
good.
I give that a lot of
lucky.
leeway.
You can get lucky tonight and say it's the second best thing that happened to you today. It doesn't beat the xylophone.
I'm telling you
You
right
can
now.
conceive a child, and it won't be as big as the xylophone.
Don is preaching. He is preaching right now.
I got to tell you.
And Alan feels it. He's caught the fever.
You kidding me?
That song is not familiar to me at all.
Well, you had to make it familiar.
The Starbuck.
Yeah.
And that
I guarantee
xylophone
you won't be able to
literally
let go of it.
That xylophone literally sounds like a scene in Anchorman, in which like Ron Burgundy would start playing the xylophone.
So when you asked, this is the song. This is the yacht rock song that is cheesy.
Yeah, you nailed it.
No, listen, there's so many reasons why the xylophone is huge.
Here we go.
There's a lot of reasons why people buy it Ramsey Mazda. It's their customer service, and it's their saving. Lease your new 2026 Mazda CX-90 Turbo Select with all-wheel drive for $279 for 36 months, or buy with 1.9% APR for 36 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for lease details. VIN T1362010, MSRP $40,680. Zero security deposit. 1.9% APR for $28.60 per month, $1,000 financed, and it's $331.26. Don't disrespect the xylophone.
You see what he did?
No.
You
But
see
know
what he
Don,
did?
Don, you have a gift. You. Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
God bless
I
you,
need to
sir.
listen. I'm going to listen to it during the break because I got to.
You got a hankering now.
Peter, do us one favor.
Yeah.
After the show, you drove today, or what'd you do?
Yeah, I drove.
All right.
Oh.
Put it on. Just cruise. It's a beautiful night. Window down.
Oh.
Just let it go and lean into it. I promise you, it'll be stuck in your head, and you'll say, "I got to put this on a playlist. I need this song."
I got a hankering, and the only cure is more xylophone.
That's right.
Well, I got a hankering, and the only cure is Richard Manhattan.
Oh. Let's just lay back and luxuriate. Richard!
Udeki? Is that his name? Utoko?
Richard.
Take it off. Take it all off. Peter?
Yeah, there you go.
Peter, Alan, I'm sorry, fellas. Alan, 3 weeks ago, I called you and said what changed Northeast basketball and St. John's was that game against Duke in March 1979. At that time, there was no Big East. It was called the ECAC. St. John's made the tournament by chance. Louis didn't think I found all this out today because Mike Vaccaro wrote a whole article in the Post. Exactly what I told you 3 weeks ago.
Well, he was
that
listening.
That was the day, and he did all his research, Reggie Carter, Wayne McCoy. But the big thing, we beat it, Duke, who's Spinarco, and Jaminski. I hated those guys. I hated all Duke guys. I hated North Carolina, Indiana, UCLA, Kentucky. The first college team I ever liked was Al McGuire's team, the Marquette team in '70, and then I loved Mark Aguirre a year later. Those were like teams that were just made. I hated all those blue blood teams. Anyway, there's such a big fuss about you guys, not you, but all the announcers saying the game's not on TV. You got to pay for it. I listened to the games today. I heard Howie Rose say the greatest thing. I knew this, but I didn't know it. He said if the Mets win another opening day, I think they're like 45-12 in their last 57. Anyway, he says they won his World Series before they won an opening day. That's true. The year they won the World Series, they lost to Montreal Expos with Rusty Staub and Coco LeBoy. So I'll never forget that. And he was right. That was a great stat. I listened to Susan and Dave Sims yesterday on FAN. All the stations I can listen to. I don't know. Tomorrow I may listen to the St. John's game because I like John McGowan and Brandon Tierney. Now, another thing. Let me ask you guys this question. You got 4 teams that are the favorites. You got Arizona, Duke, Michigan, and Houston. If you had to make a pick, those 4 or the field, the other 12, which would you take? Knowing the field has UConn, Purdue, all those other good schools, Illinois, St. John's.
I said, did you give me Duke, Arizona, Michigan?
And Houston.
And Houston. Yeah, I'm going to take
or the other 12.
I'm taking that group.
Yeah, me too.
You're taking the 4.
Yep.
Yes.
You got to look at recent history in the tournaments. It's going to be somebody out of that group for sure.
Okay. And Alan, let me ask you. Alan,
do you agree or disagree?
An NBA question. Who's the first player to bring the high dribble into the NBA? In other words, the 60s and 70s ball handlers always dribbled below the waist, never went above the waist. Who was the first ball player with a high dribble?
Magic Johnson.
Well, I knew you were going to say that. He was 1 year before Magic, and he probably would have been just as good if he didn't do the illegal stuff. Michael Ray Richardson.
Oh, okay.
If you remember, Magic is correct. He was number 2.
He was 6'6", so he's tall guard.
Tall, and he had a crossover, high crossover, if you remember.
Yeah.
And when I saw him out of Montana, I said, this guy, that dribble will not make it in the NBA. But the NBA was just about changing at that time. Mm-hmm. But you're right, Magic was the other one. But the NBA was changing at that time. That's why. That was that. Okay, fellas, always a pleasure. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Richard.
I don't know if even all things considered, he would have been just as good as Magic. I think that's tough.
You know,
tough.
But I agree. But I will say that those players from that era did look at him as a guy who
was going to be the guy,
way better. Like he could have been a bigger star too. Like they were a lot. That era does talk about him in a reverence for his talent.
I know, but like there was a period.
I know.
There was a period that people can't remember anymore because Michael Jordan came along, where it looked like Magic Johnson would be the greatest player who ever lived. I mean, that was like a conversation that existed for a moment.
Yeah.
I don't know. Michael Ray Richardson, I've heard great stuff about, but man, Magic was a special guy. 1-800-919-3776. Oh, a lot of people to get to. We'll take all your calls next. ENN at 6, DHR and ESPN.
Advance to the Sweet 16 for the first time since 1999. Now, East Region top seed Duke stands in the Johnny's way for a trip to the Elite Eight. Coverage begins tomorrow at 6:50, only on 1050 ESPN.
Ready to shoot your shot? Log into BetMGM and make your picks in the March Matchups 500K Pick'em for your chance to win a share of bonus bets. It's free to play and easy to get started. Just log into your BetMGM account and predict which teams will cover the spread in their matchup in each round of the college basketball tournament. If you get the most correct, you'll win a share of $100,000 in bonus bets. Even better, successfully pick the most teams to cover the spread in all 5 rounds of the tournament to win a share of $500K in bonus bets. Think you know college basketball? Log into BetMGM to make your picks to win a share of $100,000 in bonus bets per round. It's free to play. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus years of age or older to wager and physically present in New York only. New and existing customer offer. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards or non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire in 7 days.
It feels like everyone's sick right now. You aren't imagining it. Doctors say this is the worst cold and flu season in 25 years, and it's not over. I was just traveling. It was like everyone around me was coughing, sneezing, and sick. I can't afford to get sick, and I doubt you can either. That's why I ordered a medical emergency kit. Having a medical emergency kit is like having urgent care and pharmacy right in your home. It includes essential prescriptions like generic Z-Pak to help you get well faster, plus important antibiotics to treat pneumonia, strep throat, sinus and ear infections, nausea, even UTIs, and many more common and serious illnesses. It's your kit the moment you need it. Just match your symptoms to the right prescription in your guidebook or call their telemedicine doctor standing by. It's genius. Every home needs at least one medical emergency kit. Order yours online in minutes and it's shipped to your door. I can save you $45 when you use my promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880. Again, save $45 with my promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880.
Time to bench those other job sites and let ZipRecruiter help you build your championship roster. What's the advantage? Well, with ZipRecruiter, when you need to hire someone fast, you get them fast. But you also get the MVP for your team. Plus, ZipRecruiter doesn't make candidates wait to take the shot. It passes the ball right to them. Building your team or scouting fresh talent? ZipRecruiter runs the full court with powerful technology that immediately gets your job in front of the right players. That's why over 4.8 million businesses have come to ZipRecruiter for their hiring needs. And why 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within 1 day. ZipRecruiter makes hiring faster, smarter, and more efficient from post to hire before the competition can even cross half court. It's a slam dunk with ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. Try for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
Do you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans? With credit card debt at all-time highs, Debt Relief Advocates is urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now being made available designed to aid consumers with out-of-control credit card debt. Those who qualify and enroll for this relief program may only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. This is a relief program that credit card companies would rather you not know about, as it could end your debt nightmare and save you lots of money. Consumers owing at least $10,000 in credit card debt or personal loans can now take advantage of this debt relief as the cost of living skyrockets. For free information and to learn what debt reduction you may qualify for, simply go online and visit DRA.com or call 800-433-8909. 800-433-8909. Again, that's 800-433-8909.
Join DiPietro and Rothenberg Thursday, April 23rd for a special couch cast of Round 1 of the NFL Draft, presented by Calandra's Bakery. The Jets and Giants have 3 picks in the top 16, and Rick and Dave will react live as the first round unfolds. Let's go! From the big decisions to the big-time drama. Catch it all in this YouTube-only exclusive. And it's all from Calandra's Bakery and your home for football talk. ESPN New York.
Welcome to Jake's 58 Casino Hotel, where excitement never stops. Unleash the fun with 2 floors of gaming action, featuring 1,000 cutting-edge video and electronic machines. Enjoy exceptional service at a prime location that places you right in the heart of Long Island's excitement. Stay and play in style with over 200 hotel rooms and treat yourself to a full range of dining options at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel.
If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Attention New York Verizon mobile customers. Score a massive win with award-winning Fios Home Internet for an incredible $20 a month guaranteed for 3 years. Switch today for savings you can count on. Call 1-800-VERIZON now. For new Fios customers with AutoPay, mobile and home discount enrollment required. 3-year price guarantee applies to the Fios base monthly rate only. Additional terms apply.
Wait for it. Wait for it. One 1-800-919-3776. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg as we get you ready for ENN.
Have you heard the Simply Red song that uses this as a sample?
No, I didn't know Simply Red.
Believe it or not.
Borrowed from Hall & Oates.
Believe it or not, it's actually a great song.
Well, I mean, listen, you're off to a good start.
Did I ever
Have you heard it,
this,
Don?
Peter?
You never
No,
heard?
I have not.
You need to hear it. It's really just look at it. Trust me, it's really good.
I don't know if I ever asked you this before, Peter.
Oh, well, I'm going to listen deeply, and I'm going to think about it wholeheartedly.
In the Hall & Oates song, She's Gone.
Yeah. One of my all-time favorite songs.
Am I mishearing it? Excuse me. Am I mishearing it? Or do they actually say carbon and monoxide?
They do. Let the carbon and monoxide.
Yeah.
Well, they want you to feel both.
Okay.
It's not carbon monoxide. It's carbon.
It's got to both come together.
Yeah.
To kill me.
That's how you get there for carbon monoxide.
I love the song, but that always bothered me.
So just so you both know, it's called Sunrise. I first heard it in Vegas, believe it or not.
Well,
walking through
off to a
casino.
risky start. I just want to say
I know it's risky
start.
But that's why I'm boldly telling you this, because I know I believe in it. I believe when you hear it, you'll be like, I actually like this, because it like I just heard it walking through a casino. I'm like, what is that? Oh, that's Hall & Oates. No, it's not. Who is that? And then I did Shazam, and I'm like, oh, and then I loved it. So
all right, well, we're going to hear it. We're going to get a little listen coming. Oh, maybe in ENN we can hear that. I have a call here from Mike in the car on Yacht Rock. What's up, Mike?
Hey, guys. First time calling ever.
Wow.
Taking it.
Welcome.
Ever. Yeah. I think you're misconstruing the term yacht rock.
Go ahead.
Yeah, in as much as it's more of the listening group that comprises yacht rock rather than a label of cheese. You're talking about like the older crowd who doesn't really listen to the heavy stuff, but enjoys a good boat, is out there and likes to listen to the smooth jazz.
Like we do.
Well, no.
Able to rock out. It's not a cheese thing. It's more of an age group and a.
Well, wait. Here's the thing, Mike. So Ballard reached out.
Mike, are you new to us? Because you know how much we love yacht rock first and foremost.
And Mike, just so you know, listen. So Ballard reached out to me. Ballard reached out to me too to also saying he thinks I'm misunderstanding it because yacht rock is about rich and sort of the vibe that it connotes, where you'd listen to it, all that. I'm not disagreeing. I'm not disagreeing to the origins of why the terminology is what it is.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, it as a term has evolved and it's become a labeling of an entire genre. And regardless of what the intention was or what the imagery was behind it, to me the connotation has become silly.
Right.
It makes it feel like a less, like, you have to remember, these were artists who considered themselves either people who did rock or made soul or made R&B. Like, these are guys who the term didn't exist. So to have the term then made and it encapsulates all of this music when that genre didn't exist at the time, to me it sort of makes a really good genre of music feel a little silly. You know what I'm saying, Don?
Yeah, well, I think what they're saying, and we're both right, Mike, in the sense that the upper class, hoity-toity yacht people listening to the music aren't listening to it for the heart of it or the meaning of it. It's just
good background vibes if you're on a boat.
Yeah.
Right. So if you went out there and you wrote a song that's supposed to mean something,
yeah,
it's lost on these people.
Right.
That's it. So it's not really. It's just my belief was the character who I made up despises the term, and I could easily see, and I know.
Right.
Oh, and by the way, that's not a fully made up thing. There are artists who are a part of.
Well, who was it on the documentary that cursed out
Steely Dan?
Yeah. Hung up on him. Didn't want to talk to him because he
Donald Fagen will literally not talk about yacht rock.
That's who it was. It was Fagen, right?
Donald Fagen will not talk about yacht rock. He's disgusted by it.
Yeah.
Well, you know what it's
He's offended
become?
by it.
It's like the people in the Brat Pack taking offense to that because it's almost like, well, you made goofy kid movies. You're not really an actor that should be taken seriously. Kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
even though the fans are like, no, we love the Brat Pack. It's like, yeah, but I don't want to be called the Brat Pack. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
yeah.
All right, I know we have to break in a second, but I'm sorry. There's so many people. What Steven in Houston, what did you want to say, Steven?
What's up, Peter? Hope you're doing well, man.
Thanks, buddy.
Hey, first thing I want to say is I have a humble plea for our guy Richard.
All right.
I just need him to just slow down. Richard has a lot of great things to tell us, but I feel like is someone chasing him? I don't know. Like I'm just begging him to just slow down for me. That's my first thing. And my second quick thing is, so I found out yesterday, Tony Vitello, hopefully I'm saying his name right, the new manager for the San Francisco Giants.
Yep.
Right? Never played in major leagues, minor leagues, all of that. So they hired him from Tennessee. And I randomly just put a TikTok post about, they hired some guy with inexperience. And people are attacking this guy after losing one game. And so my question to you guys, I have a different opinion, but I'm going to leave it to you guys. Do you guys think that in high-stakes, big-time sports, should guys who don't have the technical, quote-unquote, experience in that sports be given such types of opportunity? And I'll leave it with this. Think about Steve Kerr. Think about Mike McDonald. A lot of these coaches never had official experience in the job, but they've done just fine. I'll leave it at that. Thank you guys. Have a good day.
Thanks, David.
It's interesting.
Yeah, well, it's particularly funny people would get bent out of shape after one game. But, the fact of the matter is these things always have critics at first, but the proof is only in the pudding. And we have seen guys who don't have the experience as players have it work out in many sports.
The
Less
Giants
common in baseball.
That's an out-of-the-box hire, obviously, right?
Yes.
But we have seen out-of-the-box.
University of Tennessee.
Yeah, like he was strictly a college manager, college coach. But we have seen this done before. It's not. I don't know.
It's too deep to get into.
It really is, because what happens though is what I think the dangerous part is when one hits, like the Sean McVay thing hits. It's and then you get the copycat stuff, and now everybody wants to hire a young coach, or everybody wants to hire that. You can't always do that. Some things are just special, and that proves itself over time. I think one game out of 162 is probably not going to determine whether or not this guy can coach or manage at this level.
All right, ENN is next, ladies and gentlemen, right here on DHR.
See you guys.
50 years from now, will jeans be wide or skinny? Will email still exist? Will guac still be extra? One thing is certain. If you won the new Millionaire for Life from the New Jersey Lottery today, you'd still be getting $1 million every year for life. That's enough money to say, bring it on, the future. I will have that guacamole at any price.
Play the new Millionaire for Life today. Anything can happen in Jersey. Must be 18 or older to buy a lottery ticket. Please play responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
What's up, my friends? This is Francisco Lindor. This is Devin Williams. This is Luke Weaver.
Bo Bichette here. You're listening to the home of New York Mets baseball.
WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
And now it's time for traffic. Here's Brandy Scott.
Thanks a million, guys. I hope you have an amazing rest of the night. Still have a lot of extra company getting through Queens. Mets home opener earlier this afternoon. Still packed on the Whitestone Expressway northbound, heading over to the Bronx-bound Whitestone Bridge. Hitting the brakes there from Northern Boulevard and City Field. Long line of brake lights on the Grand Central eastbound, heading toward the Clearview. Slow go there from the Triborough. Islanders are home at the UBS Arena, just packed on the Cross Island southbound, approaching Hempstead Turnpike from right after the Throgs Neck Bridge. Still have this problem spot in the Bronx. Harlem River Drive southbound, an accident investigation over by the Madison Avenue Bridge. Only one lane is getting by. It's backing you up at the inbound George. Going to run you about 15 to 20 for both the upper and lower decks. Worst of it's the outbound George, Cross Bronx westbound. You're slammed from the Bruckner on through. Outbound Lincoln will run you about 30 to 40. Outbound Holland, a 20 to 30 minute ride. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
What if your instincts could pay off? With Robinhood Prediction Markets, you can put your sports IQ to work on the games you know best. It's not you against the house. It's you participating in a live market. Buy or sell your predictions all game long. Trade every play with Robinhood. Visit Robinhood.com/predict. That's Robinhood.com/predict. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
Did you know about 1 in 3 people with plaque psoriasis may also develop psoriatic arthritis?
which causes joint pain, stiffness, and swelling? Does this sound like you? Listen to what it sounds like to be a million miles away. Tremfya guselkumab, taken by injection, is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections or pills or phototherapy, and for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Imagine being a million miles away. Explore what's possible. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Visit tremfya.com or call 1-800-526-7736.
Do you have trouble getting in and out of the bathtub? Are you afraid you'll slip and fall entering or exiting a tub? Safe Step walk-in tubs can transform your bathtub from an area of concern to a calming refuge. Call them today at 1-800-731-4558 and save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs and showers are proudly made in Tennessee and offer an ultra-low step-in, avoiding that difficult climb over a traditional bathtub wall. They also offer a variety of therapeutic benefits that may help soothe your aching muscles and joints, increasing your mobility, boosting your energy, and improving your sleep. Safe Step walk-in tubs are designed to easily fit your existing tub space and are often installed in as little as one day. Just dial 1-800-731-4558 today to save $1,600 and receive a free shower package. That's 1-800-731-4558 for a free no-obligation consultation and to save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs. Safety never felt so good.
This is an ENN special report. Now reporting.
The very handsome Jewish man, Peter Rosenberg.
We should talk some sports. Do what you want. It's ENN.
Hi, how's everyone doing? Good. So good. So good to have you here. Welcome to ENN. Ray Rowe.
You ever watch YouTube?
Now, ENN today, it's brought to you by our dear God, good friends over at, well, FanDuel. No, it's FanDuel. Yeah.
How about that?
Because right now, FanDuel customers can get up to $300 back in bonus bets every day for 10 days. Here's how it works. You place a tournament bet, which you can do tonight, using the token. And if it doesn't win, you'll get up to $300 back in bonus bets every single day for 10 straight days. You can even mix things up with same-game parlays for a shot at a bigger payout. So visit FanDuel.com/local to sign up today. 21 and over, physically present in New York. Bonus bets are non-withdrawable and expire 7 days after receipt. Tokens are received in increments of one per day. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com for help with a gambling problem. Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467-369. And because I haven't looked today, I do want to get right here, Dom, with my schedule for the night. Here's how it's going to go on CBS, True TV, and TBS. 7:10, you got Texas and Purdue like you dream about. Purdue an 8.5-point favorite to those who care. Texas, the lowest seed left, the 11th seed. You have Iowa and Nebraska, a true battle of cornfields. Iowa, the lowly 9 seed at Nebraska, who's a 1.5-point favorite. Then you got Arkansas at Arizona, 9:45 on CBS. Arizona's a 7.5-point favorite. And then you have Illinois at Houston. 2.5-point favorite is Houston. And that's 10:05 on TBS and True TV. So tomorrow, unquestionably, the sexier day.
Yes.
There's just no way around it. You get St. John's Duke at 7:10. That's Duke's a 6.5-point favorite, but when you add in the Patino, you add in the New York, it's a drop-dead sexy game. A team who combined has won 64 games this season to 8 losses. That's just going to be a hell of a game. Then you get Alabama and Michigan at 7:35. Michigan State and UConn at 9:45, and Tennessee at Iowa State, the nightcap on TBS at 10:10. So tomorrow's the sexier night, but I'm excited for tonight as well. Like I said, for someone who's completely down on the tournament, I've ended up being like pretty into this thing and having fun. So, Don, have you seen? I don't know if you've been at all on the Twitter machine these days, but I got to tell you, it's not going great for. What I'm going to say is going to sound crazy and won't make sense unless you've been on social media. It hasn't been a great day for Bob Barker.
Bob who?
Bob Barker, Don. Bob Barker.
The late Bob Barker.
Yeah, that's right. The only one I know. It has not been a good day for Bob Barker.
I've been on social media, I guess.
Type his name in. I guess E has a little doc series, and it's kind of like Dark Side of TV is what it feels like.
Oh, no.
And the Price is Right episode about what a piece of human filth this guy was, it is, let me put it this way. It's going to make you upset that Happy Gilmore didn't get the best of that fight. That's the point here.
Oh, no.
A virulent racist with just horrible anecdotes from the people who worked on the show. Just nasty when it came to women. It sounds like an outright terrible guy. And you know, it's funny, Don. Now that I have a little bit of that perspective, it does remind me that in a certain way, like if you were to actually think about it as an adult, right? Not a kid who was home from school watching Price is Right, but as an adult who knows what people are like. His personality is so predictable that he'd be a terrible guy. Do you know what I'm saying?
I don't.
Oh, he seems like a terrible guy now when I watch the clips. I'm like, because he was just so confident. There is a level of confidence to that point where you're like, you're not even confident. You just think you're on a completely different level. But then they cut to the clips. They're interviewing one person after another who's saying Bob Barker simply didn't like to be near black people. Just outright saying he did not like to be near black people. Then they cut to the clips of black people winning and going to hug him, and he's running from them. I mean, running like a football player. No, Don, he looks like Barry Sanders. He won't let them get him.
I remember. I don't know what show I was watching, but it was some show. It might have been an anniversary show of him doing, and he was alive, and they were interviewing him about doing the 50th anniversary of doing The Price is Right. And they asked him, "What are some of the things do you remember?" And it always. Now that you bring it up, it always kind of bothered me.
Here we go. We're getting deep now.
Where he would say, whenever there was a Samoan on the show, he says, because they were big huggers, and they would show videos of like Samoan people like lifting him up. And I thought, why would you go through the trouble of singling it out to that point without maybe it's something that you're thinking about? You know what I mean? Like instead of just saying the people that hugged me. He was specific to say the Samoan people.
That is,
and I was, but I didn't go racist. I'm like, why would it purse it down to that specific
Pacific
ethnicity,
specific and Pacific.
But you know what I'm saying?
Islanders.
Like, you know.
Well, I have an update for you. That is because that's how racists operate. Because you'd think you would be. I don't like when big people hug me, right? So you point out, like, I don't like big guys. Big guys get all hyped up and then they grab me. But he outright on TV just goes Samoan.
No.
So he wasn't hiding it well.
But to even bother to know that they were Samoan.
That's right. He did the work, Don.
Yeah.
He did. He cared. But so it's not just the bigotry. It seemed the affairs with the women that were on the show and the treating them bad. It's not. Listen, you could be dead. How long's Bob Barker been dead? A decade?
Oh, good question. I'd have to look it up.
It goes to show you. No, not Bob Backlund. Bob Barker. He died in 2023.
Yeah, I thought it was fairly recent.
Wow, he almost made 100. He December 12th, 23 to August 26, 23. He was that close to a hundo.
Wow.
Well, hold on.
Easy.
Let me say good evening to myself and Michael K.
Lowe becomes the first player to hit two opposite.
It's not
field.
Lowe, it's Lau.
To Don.
The ascension is thick.
No, he hates me. Good evening to Don. And to myself, LaDon James, and to Alan.
wasn't there. Oh, that's a problem.
It's the nuance in the drop. I need everyone to appreciate the nuance because the first sound you can't. It's just something falling. Then the bleep is him cursing into a microphone while doing a radio show, which is unique. Live on the radio, it is unique. And then if you listen closely, very closely after that, you hear me go, Don, I don't even know what to say because he just cursed. And then him go, what did he say? That's not good. Listen close. Parts 1 and 2, not as important. Parts 3 and 4, big.
Wasn't there. Oh, that's a problem.
That's a problem. Now, I don't know if you want to judge or compare the two human beings, but when the exact same thing happened to me on a show I was taping.
Yeah, a podcast.
My reaction was not as...
No, you said, oh, geez, oh, no.
Oh, geez, which is corny.
Oh, geez, oh, no.
But you hear it's the same sound, and that's my reaction.
Now, for the record, that was Don as a guest on my ex-wife's podcast at the time.
That's right. That's right.
Oh, yes, which means it furthers the Don being awkward talking to women thing.
Oh, geez, oh, no.
Instead of just being a good guy.
Couldn't help it. It was part of the
awkward guy.
Oh, geez, oh, no.
It's so good.
Because as attractive as Alexa was... But I'm awkward because it's
you.
It's my but it's a good friend's wife. I can't even be normal in front of.
I know that's the trouble.
Wife.
No,
or maybe I'm just a nice guy. Why do you got to go awkward? Why do you have to continue forward this Michael K narrative
that you can't talk to women?
And the only reason Michael used that narrative was because even though he was happily married.
No, it makes him look better. He's still trying to run up the score.
He's still scoreboard watching.
Yeah, he's got it.
He wanted to let that single woman know that if it was on,
just know.
Stand a chance.
Yeah, it's not you. It's not you, Don. It's me. It's me. It's Big Head.
Oh, geez, oh, no.
Good evening to Draymond Green.
Hello?
What was that from?
You'll see later if we get to it.
Okay.
Hello?
Now, this is troubling. Yeah, it's not looking
No,
great.
you're right, Don.
You're not looking great. By the way, when was the last time we were in the good evenings at 6:14? This is special.
Wednesday.
Good evening.
Also true.
Good evening. This is troubling, Don. Let's get to it. Good evening to Rick.
You think Peter...
I think Peter's over 200 pounds.
No way.
Yeah.
No way.
Yes.
No way. Let's wager right now.
And to Rick.
I think weight-wise, they're probably close.
No.
Yeah.
No.
And to Dave.
5'8", 212? He's like Alejandro Kirk.
Wait, who's Alejandro Kirk? I don't remember.
Now, you should look him up, and that's who he compared you to.
Oh, yeah.
Who's Alejandro Kirk again?
Don, I think it's a little disrespectful.
It is. Go check it out. You won't be happy.
Can you remind me who he is, though?
He's a baseball player.
I know, but he's
Blue Jays catcher.
The Blue Jays catcher.
Yeah.
Catcher already, not
no, it's not where you want to start. Couldn't he have gone with a more general reference? Like, isn't there another stocky catcher that like everybody, it's like a world, been famous forever that I could appreciate? Like he looks like he looks like Greg Olson, the Otter.
But there's someone there's an insult to me somewhere in all that.
Well, there's more. There's more. Good evening to Dave.
Peter might be morbidly obese.
I don't think they call it morbidly now, though.
This again.
Might be morbidly obese. Now, real quick, hold on. This is why I'm so upset by all this. Number one,
there's only one thing.
Listen, I get that they were having a conversation about whether Don and I, what our weights would be if we were to have a boxing match. And yes, I've always been heavy. Like I carry a lot of weight, even when I'm on the thinner side. I carry, like me, Don, at 185, I look incredible. Me at 185 is like, wow, you are in the shape of your life. 185, I'm 5'8", that's still overweight.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to weigh like 160, technically. I'm never near 160. Now, Don, what's your weight? What's your general weight?
Like around 240.
So hold on. So then here's the troubling part with Rick.
I think weight-wise, they're probably close.
No.
Yeah.
No.
So like Dave is right and he's wrong. I appreciate Dave. I really should. Dave is who's on my side. Dave thought there was no way I was 200 pounds. Now, Dave's wrong because I am heavy and I'm around 200 pounds. But Rick's wrong in that he thought you and I were the same weight. You're still 40 pounds bigger than me.
Right. Now, I'm a bigger person.
Yeah, you're taller also, but Rick's a bad guy.
I shouldn't be that.
Well, I shouldn't be. No, and I shouldn't be that close You should be less, and I should be less.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. But to talk about our weight as flippantly as they did,
it's disgusting.
It's disrespectful.
Peter might be morbidly obese.
I don't think they call it morbidly now.
Oh, and by the way, real quick, is Dave suggesting that I'm more overweight for my height than he is?
What's lost in this conversation is, and Santiago's here too.
Yeah, no, I'm watching him react.
It's based on BMI, which, as we know, at a radio station, everybody's overweight except for Rick, Bart, and John Winthrop. I'm pretty sure everybody else at the station.
No, I bet they're all over too, except for
John,
John's over.
You get my point.
I mean, it's John's birthday.
BMI is a hard thing to not be overweight on.
Rick might be all right. I bet Bart's over.
After today, Calandras. I mean, Bart.
Yeah, confirmed.
But, maybe from the medical standpoint, we could be morbidly obese by the letter of the law.
Sure.
But when you throw morbidly obese out, you're talking about somebody that's like 350.
Yeah, you're talking repug Don, not current Don.
Right.
I'll show you morbidly obese. Don, post a picture right now from 2004.
Steve Brzezinski put a picture of Alejandro Kirk on the Twitter, and it's just not.
Hold on. Let me see what Brzezinski did here, because he couldn't wait to do it. He lives for moments like this. A moment where he can make...
Off of a Nokia from 1999, apparently, but it's there.
I'm going to look it up right now. It's not right.
When did they do these charts on what weight you should be at certain heights and all that?
We were probably at war.
Times have changed, right? Look at all those reasonably heighted Red Sox that like banged their head on the roof of the dugout because when they made Fenway Park 100 years ago, people were like, the average person was like 5'7", and weight was different. And come on, man, they got to reevaluate that. Do they do that?
This picture of Alejandro Kirk is not flattering, and I don't like it, and I'm offended by it.
And Steve really doesn't like you, so I'm sure he looked for the most unflattering Kirk picture there is.
Yeah, he's not a fan.
Make no mistake, it's not good either way. That picture's not great, but the comparison should probably.
I would have appreciated if he at least went with a player I was more familiar with, like, he's like Kirby Puckett, like
right.
That's a conversation we can have. You know what I mean? But of all the people, Dave, come on, Dave. What's Dave on the BMI? Yeah, what's he on the BMI?
He's lost weight though. He looks good. When I went out to breakfast with him about a month ago, you could see that he's doing well.
He's always lost weight, as I said recently.
Stay off our scale. How about that, guys?
Yeah, keep your eyes on your own scale. You know what I mean? All right. Tom Brady said he's explored the possibility of coming out of retirement and returning to the NFL, adding that the league did not like the idea very much.
Now, I think this is worth diving into because if it was a cap thing, right? Like you own X amount of a percentage of the team, and that would mess up the salary. Then you say no, you're not allowed. It's a cap thing. That's not what they said. They didn't like the idea, so it didn't sound like any rules were being broken. They just didn't like the idea. So why wouldn't you like the idea of him being a quarterback for the Raiders? Or, and maybe I'm reading too much into this, was he exploring going to another team and being a quarterback? Then I could understand saying that's not a good idea. But why would the NFL shoot down what would be a really cool thing? And if it was a rule that was being violated, then why wouldn't you just say that instead of saying I don't like the idea? You say no, it's illegal. You can't.
Yeah, you either can or you can't. And frankly, if they're just sort of wishy-washy on it, he should come back and play.
Well, what would be bad about the idea, Peter?
Exactly, I don't know. If they just don't like it for some reason. Maybe because he's old. Maybe because he's part of an ownership group. Maybe the combination of all. Maybe they don't want to make the rest of the league look bad if Brady were to come back and still be good at 105 years old.
Honestly, how old is he now?
47? Is that what he is?
All right, so you're
48?
telling me Tom Brady, 47-year-old, still physically fit, would be more embarrassing than seeing Phillip Rivers come back after not playing for like 5 years and
point guard.
Looking overweight and looking like he didn't belong, even though he played well or decently. Like, it can't be that.
Brady's 48. His birthday is August 3rd, so he'll be 49 August 3rd.
But if this was last year.
I by the way, you know me, I can't stand Brady, as is well documented, but I would love from a storyline standpoint to see this guy come back again.
More than Phillip Rivers coming back or Joe Flacco coming back. No offense to those guys, but the better story would be Tom Brady.
RG3 is heading to training camp for flag football, folks.
Oh, dear God, can we stop?
He received an invitation from USA Football to 2 training camps next month. So RG3, the 2011 Heisman Trophy winner with Baylor, and, of course, the number 2 overall pick by the Redskins in 2012, Rookie of the Year, is going to give it a shot at flag football.
Yeah, that flag football, stop it, please.
Well, you know what, though? But if he were to ball out, maybe he's thinking I could get an Olympic gold medal.
Oh, I'm not mad at him. I'm just
You
mad
just had
at
enough.
the whole thing.
All right, it's time, folks. It is time. And you're right, we didn't get to the Draymond quote.
Hello?
But the drop lives no matter what. The drop's better than the quote.
There's always tomorrow.
However, we got to get to this, guys. Drop Madness has come. It has gone. And we have winners to talk about. Young Marco LaGreca
Satan Johns
has taken out Ben Stiller.
We're getting a lot of callers that are very confident. Ben Judicus was on. He's a little nervous. Jadakiss.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I would be Judicus.
I'm Judicus.
Don, ya ass, has just killed Lick It Like Ice Cream.
You got the job, you ass!
And we say goodbye to the 7 seed.
I'll be licking the television screen. Licking it like it's ice cream.
However, you don't see this very often. Don Yelling
Say his name!
has been completely throttled by
You suck, Pusick.
69-31. You suck, Pusick moves on. And we say goodbye to Steven in Melville and his poop.
The last time I called up, I was not high. I was pooping in my pants.
Absolutely rocked. 76-24 by Richard.
Take it off. Take it all off.
Richard moves on. Game time brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, because when it's game time, it's Tully time. Knicks and the Hornets coming up next right here on 880. You got the Islanders and the Stars. You got the Devils and the Predators. You got a late game Diamondbacks-Dodgers on 1050 at 8 o'clock as well. That'll do it for ENN. Don, have a wonderful call tonight. We hope it's tremendous. We'll be excited for that. Mets and Yankees both 1-0 after a day of baseball. Stay tuned for Knicks basketball. We'll see you for a big Friday show tomorrow at 3 p.m.
This is an important notice to all U.S. taxpayers.